hello and welcome to the 144th episode of GameSpeak Podcast. New episodes go up for free feed subscribers every Wednesday in audio format on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Play, Spotify, and all of your favorite podcast platforms, as well as in video format on YouTube, so you can see us in stunning high definition HD. Where we need you to hit subscribe and click that notification bell. This show is two childhood BFFs bringing you all things video games. You can find us online at createforsanity.com, where you can subscribe to our newsletter to never miss an episode and buy sick t-shirts from our shop. Also, be sure to join the community in the Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/GameSpeak Podcast to hang and talk games with other nerds like us. I'm one of your hosts, JAMAL Al-Jafra, alongside Brent, living in a bad romance, Bass HD. Yeah.
What's up, man?
Is that what she says? Is it living in a bad?
I think
living in a bad romance.
I don't think so.
What does she say?
Caught in a bad romance.
Caught in a bad romance. Caught. That doesn't really. You and me.
Caught in a bad romance.
Yeah. Okay. You're right. Damn it.
You know what I'm saying?
I thought I knew my Gaga, but now I
guess
don't.
you're not Gaga enough, or I don't know. You're just not a.
I'm just not Google
not a
for
true
Gaga,
fan.
dude.
Yeah.
It's upsetting. Bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to all the true fans out there.
You should apologize to all the true fans.
All the true fans of Lady Gaga. I'd like to extend an apology for my ignorance. Yeah. My sheer ignorance.
I think we all forgive you. I think I speak for all the Gaga Knights. I just dubbed us Gaga Knights.
Gaga Knights. I like that.
Gargantuans.
Knights of the Gaga
Knights
Temple.
of the Gaga, yeah.
Anyways, so great pop artist. No, I'm just kidding. So what you been up to this week?
Oh, not much, man. I was on the way up here, and that 12 Days of Christmas song came on the radio, and I realized, they give this guy a lot of birds for Christmas,
Oh, like on the first day of Christmas.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, okay. He gets a partridge in a pear tree on the first day, right?
Okay, that's a good present,
2 turtle doves, okay?
Yeah.
3 French hens, fucking 7 geese a-laying, 4 turtle doves. Like, how many birds does this
he
fella
got 2
need?
Turtle doves. You can't give him 2 plus 4.
Oh, what did he have for he got a lot of birds. I could look it up, probably. There's probably more birds than I'm even thinking of. 5 swans are singing, I think.
In a pear tree. Yeah, I don't know.
He need a whole room of the house for these birds.
For the birds.
Yeah.
Dude's got a bird problem.
Just for the birds. And whoever the dick is that keeps giving him birds, he needs to stop.
Yeah, I feel like it's just a big prank song.
I'm going to give this guy more and more birds every day leading up to Christmas.
The guy's just slowly going crazy. It's like he doesn't want to give up the presents, because that's kind of disrespectful.
Yeah.
But he can't keep putting these French hens in his kitchen. You know what I'm saying?
He's barely getting by as it is, and now he's got to support like 20 birds because of this dick.
I've never realized that the whole song is about birds. For
the most part, he does get I think at one point he gets 5 golden rings or something. You know what I mean?
Oh, you're right. Yeah, so he does get something. And a turtle dove, for some reason when I was a kid, I thought turtle doves were just those things from Mario, like the floating turtles.
They just give him things from Mario in that classic Christmas song.
Yeah, dude.
4 Goombas.
Anyways, so... Well, that's a interesting thing that you brought up here. Now I'm going to think about that for the rest of my life.
Next time you hear that song, just really analyze the gifts he's being given. You'll be like, fuck, dude, that's a lot of birds. Gifts.
Maybe back in the 1800s,
it was
that was the shit, dude.
Fuck, dude, I got so many birds for Christmas this year.
Edgar Allan Poe was kicking, people were just into birds and shit.
Yeah, I guess so. Maybe that was the thing back then. I think you might be right. I think you might be onto something.
I know I am. No, just kidding. History fact with Jamel. Anyway, so we watched. Did you watch The Mandalorian?
I watched The
Mandalorian,
episode 6
with Bill Burr.
I okay, I'll say this. I liked the episode. I did. I enjoyed it.
I did too.
My thing that I didn't like about the episode is for the 4th time in the 6 episodes of the show, they did the trope where they're about to shoot Baby Yoda, and then they shoot the guy who's about to shoot Baby Yoda. I'm sorry.
How many times can you do that?
You can't do that more than twice in the whole show, dude. And they've already done it 4 times, dead ass serious.
It's are we going to kill him? No.
It's we already know you're not going to. It's you're not fooling anybody. You know?
But see, I thought he was going to use his force powers.
I thought he was gonna.
Yeah.
That's what I thought originally happened. I thought he used his force powers to like make the gun backfire.
But
or something.
once again, it was the shitty recurring joke that is Mando. No,
I liked everything about that episode up to that exact moment. I'm like, guys, you cannot keep using this same tired ass trope over and over again. Like you just can't, you know.
And I didn't like the Twi'lek chick. I feel like she oversold that shit.
Yeah, I was about to say I didn't like her as an actress, but I did like I like the idea of like their whole little gang. I like the rough and rowdy little gang that was like turned on him. I thought that was a fun little plot.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of KOTOR.
Yeah.
Like that kind of feel.
Yeah, it had a real KOTOR-y kind of feel for sure.
Like how there's just like the brother Twi'lek who's just like, I don't know. I don't even know what to call that, but it was just a very strange like character. You know
I like the droid too.
Oh yeah, who was part of the squad.
Yeah, he kind of reminded me of the meatbag guy from fucking from fucking KOTOR.
That and yeah, I think the overall episode was cool. It was kind of like a heist, situation. Then
I like how they called him a gun, and they're like,
"Oh yeah," like Bill Burr was just Bill Burr. Like there was no acting. He was just he did
a pretty good job, though. I feel like Bill Burr.
He kept his like Boston like accent throughout the whole thing. It's like, all right, that's normal, I guess, in a galaxy far, far away to just have that accent. But one weird thing about it, though, like the whole situation with them the whole situation with Baby Yoda never even had to happen if, Mando would quit leaving Baby Yoda. Like, why does he keep doing that in every episode?
Yeah, he should just bring him with him for sure. But then again, I guess he feels like he's going into a more dangerous situation than he would be if he just left him there,
But it's like almost every single episode. Every single episode starts with him just leaving Baby Yoda on the ship and then Baby Yoda escaping the ship or something happening on the ship. It's like, just stop leaving him alone. If you want to protect this thing, it's supposed to be the main point of this whole show, but you just keep leaving him in like a random closet on the fucking thing that he can get out of. And that's it. That's what it does.
And why was the fucking droid gonna kill Baby Yoda in the first place? I feel like Baby Yoda, in theory, posed no threat to the droid.
Yeah, they just left that unanswered.
He's just like a murder droid. Like, he's just gonna kill him for fucking sport real quick. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for no reason. Like, he even...
Like, that's hardcore, dude. Like, why would he do that?
He even said something. He was like, I found a message on the ship or whatever. And it's like, oh shit, he found out that Baby Yoda is can be turned in for money.
Yet he still
tries to kill him. And then, like, none of the characters, like, I feel like Mando just fucking murdered all of those characters, but then they're all alive at the end.
Yeah, for sure. That was some bullshit. Especially the dude who got his head slammed in the door. Like, come on,
it's dude. Like you cut a dude in half in the first episode by using a door, but this guy gets to live? Like,
yeah, like, why was this to... See, okay, my theory is, like, I think they bring in, like, guest directors for certain episodes, which is why we get, like, the same... shooting the guy in the back thing. I'm sure if it was
every single episode is a different director almost.
So I'm thinking if we had the same director, he would be like, oh, I did that 2 episodes ago. I probably won't do that again.
But put that in your fucking director notes for the next guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure. I mean,
I already did the fake out shoot in the back of the head thing. Like,
so don't do that. Yeah.
It's like, come on. And like, a little Easter egg thing. The guy, like the New Republic guy, like the guard who was on the ship, that's actually the guy who did the voice of Anakin in the Clone Wars.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. And then the people in the TIE fighters.
Oh, yeah.
That was like the different
the
directors.
Or...
Oh, yeah, the X-Wings, my bad.
No,
the X-Wing, they're all the directors. Like, one is...
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that's
Chow lady who's going to do the Obi-Wan, and then I forgot who the other 2 are, but they're both directors on...
That was a fun little scene. I liked how that whole thing played out.
Yeah, and so we watched that. I'd say that's probably my favorite episode so far, even though I've got all those complaints, like, just because it was a little bit out there,
Yeah, I think it was up there. I think my favorite episode is still episode 2.
That's true, 2 is probably... No, I like this one better.
I like this one a lot. It's definitely up there.
But I also watched to completion the first season of Watchmen HBO.
Oh, how'd you watch it? Did you get the HBO?
I have HBO now.
Oh, okay.
It's on Now, not on Go.
Oh, okay.
Which is weird. It's like, why do they have 2 different streaming services? But anyways.
Is it good?
Really good. Especially if you like Watchmen. Like, so if you like the graphic novel, even if you've just seen the movie, you can still follow along and understand what's going on. It like starts with the Tulsa, like race massacre that happened back in the day. And like, it's kind of like the basis for an origin story for like one of the characters from the graphic novel that never really gets touched on, like who he is and stuff like that. So it goes into the graphic novel and pulls characters that like kind of just got glossed over and like
in the movie.
Or in the books, like in the book itself, they just get mentioned or whatever. It's like, oh, this was the first ever hooded, vigilante and the stuff like that. But it brings it to 2019. Dr. Manhattan comes back. You do see his dick, but literally, spoiler alert, you only see it in the last episode for like maybe like 10 seconds, but. But it's a real penis. It's not like a CG penis. It's like just like blam. Here's a penis.
I mean, is he like packing?
Yeah, he's packing.
Okay,
I would say so. I mean, I imagine they had to like check.
Does he fly? Does he like float down with his dick hanging out?
No, because and I can't talk about why he doesn't because it'll just fucking ruin the whole thing. Dr. Manhattan's a huge part in this whole thing, and like, but
you don't see his dick till the last episode. No, I'm just kidding.
He's a huge deal. But yeah, I recommend watching it if you enjoyed the movie or if you like the graphic novel at all. I feel like they really brought it.
Is Rorschach in it, dude?
The weird thing is Rorschach is like. Because Rorschach died, originally. So
this is a sequel to the movie?
No, it's a sequel to the graphic novel. So it follows the plot of the graphic novel, like with the giant squid at the end, rather than the bomb going off in the movie.
Okay.
And Rorschach is actually like, since he died, like these white supremacists have taken his journal, like the Rorschach journal, which is like, and they've based their whole like thing off of Rorschach. So
so it's like a white supremacy thing now?
Yeah, they all wear Rorschach masks.
What the fuck?
They're like a white supremacist terrorist group that like keep attacking the police and stuff.
I think that's the best part about Watchmen is that it goes into these weird places that like probably would happen if it was real life. You know what I mean? It's like,
oh yeah,
and
like I went back and was like reading the original. Like I have the graphic novel on my coffee table over there. I haven't read it in a long time. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to go back into this and I want to know why they chose Rorschach to be like the white supremacist like legend, and so like I'm like reading it and like the first page and he's like the fucking liberal trash, like blah blah blah, like going off. I'm like, oh shit, I didn't realize that he is that
so conservative.
Yeah, like I never. He's like the whores and the mongers and like blah blah. He's like they're all sinners and like going up all about this shit. And I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot.
Was he racist though?
He wasn't racist, no.
They just like his ideology.
I think it's like
a Marxist kind of thing. Like,
yeah, I think it has something more to do with the like conservative like values. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like of like, and he was all about being an American. And like, there's like one part where Adrian Veidt says something to him in the graphic novel. Adrian Veidt's like, well, that's he was something like a Nazi or something like that. And Rorschach is like, well, he's like, if you're calling him a Nazi, he's like, you have to call me one too, and I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, what was happening in the 70s or like the 80s? Whenever this book was written, it sounds just like today,
Right,
like,
yeah.
But like, I didn't realize that the first couple times I've read that book because none of that stuff was happening at the time.
Yeah, you probably didn't like draw the parallels there. And
yeah.
stuff. Another one like that is if you go back and watch the original Uncanny X-Men cartoons, there's a lot of like direct parallels to like fucking society today. You know what
really?
I mean? Yeah, it's weird. You know what I mean?
In the cartoon?
In the cartoon, yeah, the old school cartoon. It's on Disney Plus if you ever just want a fun little watch. They're short episodes, and they're like,
what's the parallel? What are you seeing?
just like racial tensions and stuff like that. And
Oh,
like,
dude.
fucking, I mean, that's kind of the whole basis of X-Men in the first place, you know. But you
Yeah.
don't, you know, it's one of those things that it's like,
Do you remember the Static Shock episode where like his friend's dad like kicks him or like gets mad at him for inviting Static Shock over to his house because he's black?
no,
Dude,
what?
yeah, that's an actual episode of Static Shock, like where he like his white friend like invites him over for dinner, and his dad is like, he's like, what is this boy doing in my house? Like it like freaks out. It's crazy. I didn't like as a kid. I was just like, oh, why doesn't he like him? You know, like I didn't put it together that it's like, oh, a racist thing, and I'm like, because they never actually say it.
Yeah,
You know, but like it's kind of cool that they teach, you know, those things like in kids' cartoons.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like you just don't really notice it, I guess, like
Mhm.
growing up. But not that I'm saying Watchmen is a kids' cartoon. It's really brutal, and it like they paid attention so closely to the source material. Like there are so many little things and Easter eggs and all this stuff that connects that like you just gotta fucking watch it. It's so good, dude. I binged it in like a day. Like it was that good.
Really?
They're like an hour long each, and like there's only 9 episodes, and I'm pretty sure they don't need to make another season. Like it was a full complete story in that one season. Like
interesting.
from
I
front
like,
to back.
I like a good complete story within a season of a show. You know, I like
Oh,
there
yeah.
to be a conflict and a resolution within the season. You know, I hate when it's like, find out next season what the fuck
No.
happens, and then you have to wait like fucking a year for like the. And it's like I don't have the patience for that. I want some kind of like, I'm okay if there's like an extending story arc, but I want some kind of
closure to the characters.
Yeah, exactly.
No, and that's exactly what this was. And it actually brings closure to all the characters from the old story, you know, from like the original story, including like Dr. Manhattan, Adrian Veidt, and like Silk Spectre and all that stuff. Like you get to see what happens to them, and like they're part of it and everything. So
Cool.
pretty
I need-
interesting.
I need to find a way to watch that.
Oh yeah, dude, watch it. Oh, and shout out to Josh for telling me to watch this show. Sorry, this is the last thing before we get to the news, but I started watching Hunter x Hunter. Have you ever watched
The
that?
anime?
Yeah,
No, I haven't. I've heard it's good though.
it's really good. It's like a really good feel good anime. Like I don't know how to explain
Does
it.
it feel good? It doesn't.
It like people die and shit in it, but it's like feel good in the way that like you get that feeling from Pokemon where like you want to be the best, you know, like. But like, so basically this kid, you know, he's like 12 years old, and he lives on this like well island or whatever. And his dad abandoned him whenever he was a kid to go and become a hunter, which I guess like, I haven't really gotten to the point to where they like explain exactly what a hunter does, but you know, like
Probably hunts.
well, they hunt I guess like bad hunters, and then they also hunt for like treasure or like do certain jobs. It's an occupation. But anyway, so like the kid is like super like positive, and you know, he's got all these like talents and stuff, and he's like, I'm gonna leave to become a hunter. And like his aunt who's taking care of him is like, oh no, don't leave. And he's like, I got to. He's like, I want to find out. He's like, the job sounds awesome. He's like, you know, I got to see what's so great about it, why my dad left me for it, you know? And like, so he goes to become a hunter and like meets like 2 friends, kind of like Ash and Misty, or Brock and Misty, but I mean, they're both dudes. But, you know, so anyways, they're all 3 going on this adventure to become hunters, and they're going through these phases like of the tests, and the tests are super interesting, and like it's cool to watch them like, you know, get through each of the tests together. And like there's like 400 people trying for it, but only like a certain amount of people become hunters every, you know, like 10 years and shit. It's pretty cool.
Is this on Netflix?
Yeah, it's on Netflix. The first 3 seasons are on Netflix.
Oh, cool.
But I'm on like I'm on episode 10. Like, and I just started like yesterday. I love it, dude. It's so good. Anyways, yeah, it's one of those ones that like as soon as the one episode ends, you're ready for the next one. It's
cool. I'll have to look into that. I've been waiting for another good anime to watch, you know.
Yeah, dude, get on that Hunter x Hunter. Anyways, we're gonna jump on into the video game news. Starting, well, actually, before we jump into the news, just want to let you guys know there's gonna be. We're not gonna talk much about the news from the Game Awards because that's the topic. So like we're just going to go over maybe some small stuff, and then we'll get to the big stuff that happened at Game Awards during the topic.
Yeah.
Just so you don't think we're like completely
Holding out
forgetting.
on you,
yeah,
yeah,
like just not talking about this crazy shit that happened. Anyways, let's start off with Andrew Smith at IGN says Felix PewDiePie Kjellberg has announced that he will be taking a hiatus from YouTube for an undisclosed amount of time beginning in 2020. The popular YouTuber said that he is feeling very tired and needs to take a break from YouTube next year. Reported by The Loadout, PewDiePie announced his decision to leave YouTube at the end of his latest Pew News video. His announcement can be found around the 1040 mark, where he states that he has simply grown tired of creating content and needs a break. His full remarks are as follows, quote, I think now is a great time as any to announce that I have a special announcement to make. I am taking a break from YouTube next year. I wanted to say it in advance because I've made up my mind. I'm tired. I'm feeling very tired. I don't know if you can tell. Just so you know, early next year, I'll be away for a little while. I'll explain that later, but I wanted to give a heads up. So, you know, rest in peace, PewDiePie. Markiplier is going to take your spot.
I mean, he's probably already made enough money to like effectively retire.
Oh yeah,
and be fine for the rest of his life. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah, dude. I think he makes like $5 million a year.
Yeah,
on
I mean,
YouTube.
so what's the point? You know, I mean, like, just take your money and run.
He wants to be the best, dude. You know,
But he doesn't. He wants to retire.
now he does. give it like a year, and he's gonna be like, shit.
I'm sure he'll come back at some point. But it's like, you know, I don't blame him. If I was rich as fuck already, I'd be like, all right, you know, I've had a good run. I'm gonna go hang out and enjoy my money.
Yeah.
Like,
or
Ninja,
I wouldn't keep doing it.
I wouldn't judge Ninja if he quit right now. You know what I mean?
See, Ninja's different though. I feel like Ninja, yeah, I wouldn't judge him because he does like 10-hour days, like 7 days a week. You know, like he never
that motherfucker
stops.
is dedicated, dude. He fucking
He
works
never
hard.
stops.
You know, like, I don't know.
He even has like that like during the day where he does like kids stuff, and then at night like he'll bring out like alcohol and cuss and stuff. Like he won't cuss during the day because he knows so many kids watch his stream, and so like he has like a designated time that it's like Ninja After Dark or whatever. And it's like where he'll like actually cuss and like be himself.
Gosh, that would take a lot of like self-control to like censor yourself during the day. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it takes several $1 million to do, and a sign or a deal signed with Adidas, you know, and Red Bull and shit. But like, just so you know, PewDiePie, we're coming for you. No, I'm just kidding.
It's over, PewDiePie.
We got to start doing a video a day now.
Yeah.
You know, we got to
turn it up to 11 now that our main competition
is
out of the
our
way.
Our main competition.
Our only competition. The only thing that was holding us back, you know? Ha-ha!
Here we are now.
Checkmate, motherfuckers.
Anyways.
Did we give our disclaimer? I don't know if we did or not. Just so everybody knows.
Did you not give names?
No, I'm not even saying that. I'm just saying we don't take credit for any of this news. It's I don't think we said that. I think we forgot.
Did you start putting people's names?
No,
I forgot. Okay, then I'll give the disclaimer. Just so you guys know, we're using articles from gaming news sites from around the web, and we do not claim any of the material as our own. We are simply giving commentary on said articles. My bad. I thought like this week you got the names, so I was like, we're good.
I just forgot about that.
It's all good. Welcome to Game Speak.
Yeah,
where we do things wrong. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, what you got?
The Ghost Recon Breakpoint patch has been delayed. It was supposed to come out on December 18th, but it won't be available until the later half of January. So, for those of you that care, it won't be here until next month, late. So, there you go.
Matt Kim at IGN says Twitch is being sued by a Russian internet company over illegal broadcasts of English Premier League soccer games. The Russian company is asking the live stream service to pay 180 billion rubles.
We need 180 billion rubles.
That is 2.8 billion US dollars, and have and have the service banned in Russia. So 180 billion is only 2 billion American Holy
Good
shit.
God.
Anyways, so Rambler Group is accusing Twitch of breaching its exclusive broadcast rights to Premier League games, which the company secured in 2019. IGN reached out to Twitch for comment, but did not receive a response. According to a report by the BBC, Twitch called Rambler's lawsuit unfounded. Speaking with Russian-language news website Kommersant, Twitch lawyer Juliana Tabasteva added that Twitch only provides users with access to the platform and is unable to charge the content or change the content posted by users or track possible violations. She also says Twitch did all it could to eliminate the violations despite not receiving any official notification from Rambler. Our suit against Twitch is to defend our exclusive rights to broadcast English Premier League matches, and we will continue to actively combat pirate broadcasts, says Rambler head of sports projects Mikhail Gershovich. A Moscow city court will hear the case on December 20th, and until then has temporarily suspended English Premier League streams on Twitch. Russia is reportedly the third largest viewership of Twitch.
Well, they're not going to get that much money.
I mean, they're getting some rubles, dude.
They're getting a couple rubles for sure, but
a couple rubles would be $0 American dollars. If 180 billion rubles is only 2.8 billion US dollars, imagine what 1 ruble is to American dollars.
I bet we could find out. But fucking I don't know, man. I don't think I think that they're gonna lose. They're not gonna be able to do it on Twitch anymore. Excuse me.
Damn.
But I do think that they're not going to get very much money. I think they'll get less.
It's in a Russian court, though.
I bet they'll get less than a quarter of that. And they're definitely not going to get Twitch banned in Russia. That's bullshit. Like,
no. No. They're not trying to ban Twitch in Russia. They're trying to ban Twitch from streaming English Premier League soccer.
Are you sure? Because at one point it said something like they're trying to get the service banned in Russia. I'm almost positive that was what you said. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I don't think so. Hold on, let me see.
Because that just is ridiculous. You're not just going to get...
Oh, yeah, and have the service banned in Russia. Wow, yeah, that's not going to work.
Good. Yeah, no way. Good
nice
riddance.
Try.
That seems so extreme. Like
can't get us. Anyways, Jordan... Oh, wait, this is you. My bad.
Yeah, no, it's okay. So, No Man's... Sorry, a lot of these I'm just going to give you the cliff notes. No Man's Sky did a big patch, and it did a whole lot of cool shit. But one of the main things is that they've added this, device into No Man's Sky where you can make music, like synth pop music.
Oh, I saw that. It's a DOS, dude. It's a digital audio workstation.
Dude, hell yeah. I want to get in there in VR. I wish I still had it now. I fucking sold it because they've done so much to it ever since they patched the VR. But I want to go in there and make some beats, dude. You know what I mean?
You need to.
Yeah.
Make the game speak intro.
Yes. Oh my god, dude.
Boop 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 boop. Okay. Steve Watts at GameSpot says Obsidian has announced that story DLC for the Outer Worlds will be coming next year, though the studio didn't say much more than that. In a brief note on the Obsidian forums, social media manager Shyla Schofield thanked the team behind the game and noted the honor of receiving 4 nominations at the Game Awards. That's fine to mention because everybody knew that. Though the post was made after Outer Worlds went... I'm not going to... Then the message segued into the upcoming content. However, the journey isn't over yet, as we are excited to announce that we will be expanding the story through DLC next year, it reads. Details will be made available at a later date. The note didn't mention platforms, but presumably it will come to every platform simultaneously.
That's cool. I'm always excited to get a little more Outer Worlds in my life. So
very much.
That's not a problem with me. So check this out. You know the game Ni no Kuni that had the cut scenes by
Hayao
Miyazaki. Yeah. Apparently they're doing an anime movie about it. Actually, they've already done an anime movie about it, but it's coming to Netflix pretty soon.
Yeah, it was in Japan about a year ago.
Yeah, Japan only. And it's loosely based on the games. It's not the same characters and stuff.
No, it says it's not directly connected to either game, but features a similar premise. It follows 2 high schoolers who are transported from our world to a fantasy one with some strange parallels.
Yeah, and it's not actually done by Studio Ghibli, but it's got it's got one of the guys who used to work there
at the Ghibli
working
studio
on it, and the studio that's doing it is the same studio that does like the Pokemon anime and stuff. So
I don't care. I don't want it. If it ain't Studio Ghibli, it ain't me.
Yeah, I'm sure they have better things to do with their time than
no. Steve Watts at GameSpot says Apple's mobile game subscription service, Apple Arcade, now offers an annual plan, which can save you some money if you already know you want the service for a full year. The new plan costs $50 per year, which saves you about $10 off purchasing each month individually. This is similar to the model Apple uses for its music and TV Plus services, giving a slight discount for committing to a full year. If you're already a subscriber, you can change your subscription to an annual one. You can find that option by tapping on your profile, then going to subscriptions, then Apple Arcade. Apple Arcade is an all-you-can-eat subscription service that offers access to roughly 100 games and some of them timed exclusives to Apple's service. Plus, Apple promises that the games curated for Arcade have no in-app purchases.
Fake Game Pass. No, I'm just kidding.
Apparently, a lot of people like it.
No, I'm just kidding. I actually like this kind of service a lot when it comes to games. I think it's a fun model.
Yeah, especially since all of them are pretty console type games. Like they have what's it called? The one where you're in the taxi and I forget. It came to Switch this past year or whatever. There's a bunch of games on there that are on Switch as well. But
speaking of games on Switch, have you been getting your free Switch games for the month?
What do you mean free Switch games?
There's
for the month?
this company. I didn't write this down in the news because it's already halfway done. But there's this company. They make a few random indie games. One of them is called One Strike, which I just happen to already have. The only requirement is that you have to buy one of their cheap-ass games, which is One Strike cost me 79 cents when I bought it. It was on sale. But because I own it, I'm entitled to get one free game every day of this month throughout the month. Or not every day, but for 10 days or something. So I get a shitload of these little indie games just for free. They made that Robonauts game and shit like that. Oh, nice.
Yeah. They're pretty fun games, or?
I don't know. I haven't tried any of them, but I've just been collecting them because I've been so busy with other games. But it's I might as well get my free shit. You know what I mean?
Get you some Robonauts.
Capcom has released a new demo for their beloved remake of Resident Evil 2 called the RPD demo. Basically, it's the demo they did back in the day, but there's not a 30-minute time limit on this one. But the fun thing is, there's a cool Resident Evil 3 Easter egg in the demo. Apparently, if you go to a certain place in the demo, I'll let you guys explore and find it because, take all the fun out of it for you. I'm sure you can look it up on YouTube if you just want to find it fast, though. But if you explore enough, you can find, or you can hear Resident Evil 3's nemesis yelling and screaming and shit at some point in the demo.
Nice. So. Speaking of Resident Evil, I wanted to mention, I went back and watched that trailer, and I was right about how you said they were bundled. They're not bundled. They literally say that the Resident Evil 3 remake is the campaign to Resident Evil.
Interesting.
Or whatever it's called. What is it called? Not Resurrection.
Resistance.
R-Resistance. Yeah, they were so it's going to be the single player campaign to R-Resistance or whatever. So it's going to be just one disc, no matter what, whenever you buy the game. It's not a bundle.
Well, either way, I mean,
No, I just
they're
thought
their own individual thing, though, pretty much. You know what I mean? Because
they are, but they're gonna be whenever you go to the menu of the game, you choose from the menu which one you want to play.
That's
so it's
cool.
not gonna be two separate games.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get it.
Fuck yeah. Steve Watts at GameSpot says, the animation studio that fixed Sonic for his big screen debut has announced it is closing its doors. The Vancouver studio moving picture company sent word to employees on Wednesday that it would be immediately closing its doors, citing increasing external market pressures in the area. CBC reports that the studio employed more than 800 artists, but it's unknown how large the studio was as of the time of closure. The studio was brought in to animate the revised Sonic the Hedgehog after the look in the first movie trailer was widely panned. The company's work also included The Lion King, Watchmen, and Call of the Wild. It won an Academy Award for its work on Life of Pi. The email to employees said, "This decision has not been taken lightly."
Well, that's sad.
Yeah.
Damn.
What is external like market pressure? What does that mean?
I don't know. Maybe they're just maybe they have somebody like paying their bills or something. That's like, I don't know. Fuck, dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna look that up. You go ahead. I'm gonna see what external market pressure is.
All right, guys. Well, those of you who are still playing Star Wars Battlefront 2, get hyped because Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker content is coming on December 17th. It's gonna add new jungle planet and some, heroes and villains modes and shit. So, get excited. Some new shit coming. If you don't already have the, upgraded edition, I think you can upgrade for like $25 or something and get like all kinds of new content. So that's pretty cool.
Nice. Okay, so external forces typically refer to those factors that can have an effect on the business, which are related to the market prices for raw material supplies, the consumer demand for the company's finished products, government regulation, and the strength of effective competition. So I'm thinking it's the effective competition.
I was about to say, yeah, what kind of raw materials would they need to do CG,
we don't have enough computers.
We need more computers!
So I guess that was a fancy way of them saying that they just nobody needed them. Yeah. But it's like, y'all just worked on fucking Sonic. Where'd the money go?
Surely they got paid for that.
Weird.
Maybe they got too many employees.
Yeah, it's very strange. Very strange. Anyways, if you got any more news, you go ahead. I'm out of besides like the good shit.
Yeah, the good stuff. I got a little more. Epic Games Store free games this week. We've got The Escapists and The Wolf Among Us. These games are free until December 19th, so don't fucking dilly-dally. You only have a few days.
Wolf Among Us.
Wolf Among Us. Death Stranding has put a patch in that fixed a problem with the text being super tiny and people griefing other people by blocking areas with vehicles. So both of those problems should be fixed now. So Red Dead Redemption's Moonshiner update is coming to PS4. This basically adds all the PC exclusive content to the PS4 version and will soon be followed by Xbox One on January 21st, so you don't have to wait too long if you're an Xbox player. This adds a shitload of new missions and hideouts and all kinds of cool stuff, weapons, so, get hyped if you're a Red Dead fan. There's a new short Pokemon anime series set to debut in January, set in Pokemon Sword and Shield's Galar region. The series, which will be titled Pokemon Twilight Wings, was announced on the official Pokemon website and promises to explore the lives of the people who live there. The series will consist of 7 episodes, all which will be about 5 minutes long. The first episode will premiere on the English language Pokemon YouTube channel on January 15th, 2020.
Wait, so Pokemon what now?
It's Pokemon Twilight Wings. That's what the show will be called.
That's okay. Sorry, I kind of got lost for a second. I was just checking to make sure we had the questions. But so this is like the Sword and Shield anime.
Yeah, but it's gonna be like short 5-minute episodes on YouTube.
That's fucking stupid.
Yeah, well, we'll have to see.
It's fucking dumb, dude.
Guys, if you don't already know, Untitled Goose Game came to Xbox Game Pass in a fun little, like, just out of nowhere kind of thing recently. So if you're if you're excited to try that out, definitely give it a whirl. It just kind of came out of the blue like yesterday or the day before. So
fuck, I'm on that.
Yeah, dude, me too. I got it downloading at the house right now. Let's see. Big Outer Worlds patch fixes a bunch of bugs. Sims 4 has added a Baby Yoda item, but it's just like a statue that looks like Baby Yoda.
It's kind of like one of those little gnomes.
Yeah, it's adorable. Definitely want one if you got Sims 4. Rocket League has changed its thing from a loot crate to a blueprints thing, so you know exactly what you're buying. But everybody got mad because they massively inflated the price of the blueprints. Psyonix has realized that they fucked up and they're changing the pricing and they're issuing refunds to people who have already bought blueprints. So
that's good. Listen to the people.
Listening to the people over here. Let's see. John Wick 4 and The Matrix come out on the same day.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Keanu X Keanu.
Keanu v. Keanu.
I like that.
Let's see. Oh, okay. Check this out. This is actually really cool. Fortnite added co-op split screen recently. So
what? Like for online?
Yeah, I think so. So you can you and a friend can sit on the same couch and play split screen on
duos.
Yeah.
Dude, we got to do that.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that cool?
That's really cool.
I've been waiting for him to do that.
Oh, dude. That is fucking dope. That's like the first one to do that shit.
Yeah, dude. And they needed to, too. I felt like it's just been, a long time coming.
AJ, if you're listening, you know what that means. We're duoing.
Louis Vuitton has unveiled the LV LOL collection, made up of 34 items inspired by League of Legends. Basically, they have a bunch of $1,000 jackets and shit inspired by League of Legends. So
Louis Vuitton can suck my ass, dude. $1,000 for a fucking League of Legends outfit. That's got to be the most niche ass shit I've ever fucking heard. I also saw what's his name, Michael B. Jordan had a Naruto clothing line that he put out, but everything was $900.
Oh my god, dude, that's ridiculous, and I kind of want it.
It's they're just what do nerds like? We'll just fucking make that shit.
Nerds are getting richer these days. We need something that nerds can just ball out on.
Yeah, right. You think there's some dude playing League of Legends that's about to drop $1,000 on some
dude.
Louis Vuitton?
Hell yeah, there's somebody that's gonna stroll into the next League of Legends competition in full Louis V attire, dude, looking like fucking Kaiba from fucking.
They're just sitting in their stream on Twitch, decked out, dude.
Yeah, you already know.
Got the rolly and everything.
Okay, check this out. The Doom and Doom 2 ports that came to Switch, PS4, and Xbox One and iOS recently are getting a bunch of bonus content pretty soon.
Nice.
They're going to get the Sigil, John Romero's recent expansion, in a future update. So that was the spiritual successor to Doom.
Yeah, so which is pretty cool.
He's adding it on to Doom. So you're going to get all the 8 levels or whatever that comes with. Plus a bunch of other expansions for Doom and Doom 2. So in total you'll get 80 levels added or something. I don't know, it's crazy.
I find that really cool. I was actually about to say they should just have John Romero do a map pack or something, but that's even cooler.
Dude, yeah, I'm really excited. It almost makes me want to go and buy it just to have all that content, because I don't know, it's kind of exciting. Forza Horizon 4 is adding a new multiplayer mode that borrows from the Battle Royale genre. The free update will add a mode called Eliminator, in which 72 players race to stay within the closing play area and be the last one driving. It's coming as part of the Series 17th update on December 12th, so it's already out. There you go. That's all I got for news.
Awesome. So we're going to jump into this week's releases, where I'm going to let you know what brand new games you can get in the next 7 days. We're starting off with Tamashii. This is coming to PS4 and Xbox One. So PS4 on December 18th, and then Xbox One on the 24th, December 24th, for $4.99. An eldritch entity lurks inside the temple, a disturbing domain of death and danger. A mysterious stranger is summoned to this twisted hell to discover the source of evil that emanates from within. Can you survive the devilish traps, tricky puzzles, and monstrous beings looming in Tamashii's dark corridors? Tamashii is a unique puzzle platformer set in a distorted world of striking horror and unsettling imagery, with a mysterious tale, complete with secrets and Easter eggs to uncover. And then we got Oliver's Adventures in the Fairyland on Xbox One, December 18th for $6.99. Oliver's Adventures in the Fairyland packs retro graphics, roguelike elements, and classical platforming action. Old school gamers would be delighted by the pixel look and immersive atmosphere of this title. As a teenager from the modern world summoned into fantasy world, you have been given an important task from Wizard: return King's stolen treasures. From Wizard.
From Wizard.
You've been given an important task from Wizard. That's what it says. Return
hot chip.
Yeah. And then we got Iro Hero coming to Xbox One on December 18th for $5.99. Iro Hero is a vertical shoot-'em-up staged across 9 action-packed levels. The game features a unique and fresh approach to the popular color polarity mechanic, with interactive level elements, color zones, reflective surfaces, and much more.
I love reflective surfaces.
Me too, dude, and much more.
Oh.
Then we got Dawn of Man, coming to Xbox One on December 18th for $19.99. Dawn of Man is a survival city builder from the creators of Planet Base. Take control of a settlement of the first modern humans. Guide them through the ages in their struggle for survival. The game starts in the Stone Age and takes you up to the Iron Age, spanning more than 10,000 years of human prehistory. You will have to get your people to survive, expand, and evolve, just like our ancestors, facing the challenges that the environment will throw at you.
Whoa.
And then we got Borderlands 3, Moxie's Heist of the Handsome Jackpot, coming to PS4, Xbox One, and PC on December 19th. In the first DLC campaign for Borderlands 3, Moxie is recruiting you to seize control of a derelict space station built by the infamous Handsome Jack back when he was still president of the Hyperion Corporation. The Handsome Jackpot is quite possibly the gaudiest gambling spot in the galaxy, with neon signs, slot machines, and gold statues all over the place. It's also crawling with multiple models of deadly Hyperion loader bots, as well as lunatic looters who've been trapped on board ever since Jack's death. Well, that's a spoiler. Join Moxie's crew of eccentric characters and pull off the ultimate casino heist in a series of thrilling campaign missions. Get a blast from Pandora's past when you battle the Hyperion forces and that outlived Handsome Jack, including never-before-seen enemies and larger-than-life bosses. Explore a glitzy new galaxy destination packed with unique zones worthy of Handsome Jack's lavish lifestyle and dirty dealings. Discover hidden secrets and strange happenings in the Handsome Jackpot via fresh side missions and crew challenges. Perfect your Vault Hunter's gear loadout with all new legendary weapons and gear. Expand your collection of cosmetics with even more customization items, including Vault Hunter heads and skins, weapon trinkets, an Echo device skin, and new emotes. That's a lot of shit.
They could have just been like, it's more Borderlands!
Yeah, more Borderlands! And there's a casino.
Yeah.
That, like, I feel like that's just what they're doing now, like, with every game. They're like, DLC, casino.
Right.
You know, like, how can we just make money?
All right, guys, let's put a casino into it. I'm actually really on board with the casino they put in Grand Theft Auto 5. I think that's like the best DLC they did for Grand Theft Auto 5. That shit is so fucking fun.
Yeah, they just need to do like a casino boat.
I won a car in the casino in Grand Theft Auto 5 the other day, and I was
nice.
so hyped, dude.
Was everyone like, yeah?
Yeah, dude. Everybody's like standing around, freaking out. It was dope.
Gunvolt Chronicles Luminous Avenger 9 is coming to Xbox One on December 19th for $14.99. Inti Creates brings you speedy and stylish 2D action, the likes of which you've never seen before. Experience the apex of 2D action with Luminous Avenger 9, a new chapter in the Gunvolt series. The hero, Copen, can dash into enemies to lock onto them so his shots never miss their mark. Put your ingenuity to the test, and you can use his bullet dash to fly through stages without touching the ground. You have many tools at your disposal, so find a style that works for you and conquer each stage with style.
Why do I feel like all these synopsises are written by like cavemen? Like,
make find. The Disguiser of Fate is coming to PC on December 19th. I couldn't find a price for this game. Drifting in an endless dead world for an unknown duration and an unknown mileage, a nameless knight in black armor sets foot on an island where time stops. Here, he finds a reputedly fate-changing mask. After putting on the mask, he is teleported to somewhere strange. It is a noisy city full of flowers and grass. All of this is like a dream for him, plagued by vague memories. Here, he meets a slave maid named Air. Together, they embark on an unknown journey. During the journey, the nameless knight gradually recalls his past world and the reason why he comes here. Okay, we got Atlas coming to PC on December 19th for $30. Atlas is a massively multiplayer first and third-person fantasy pirate adventure where up to 40,000 players together explore the same globe simultaneously in gameplay that explores an unprecedented scale of cooperation and conflict. Seek your claim in the endless open world as you conquer territory, construct ships, search for buried treasure, assemble forts, plunder settlements, and hire crew to join your powerful growing armada. Start small, then expand your spheres of influence from a small island up to an unstoppable pirate empire that spans across the oceans. Wage battle against enemy fleets as you single-handedly command large ships of war using the captaining system, or divide up the responsibilities among your trusted lieutenants, or take control of any weapon directly with your own character. Dive deep into the briny water to explore permanent sunken wrecks and recover salvage. Unearth the loot from procedurally generated treasure maps and challenge zones, or complete challenging main quest lines. That seems pretty cool. 40,000 players.
That's a lot of fucking players right there.
And dude, become a real pirate. I'm the captain now.
I am the captain now. Look at me.
That's what's going to happen in that game. Like, nobody's going to take that game seriously. Everyone's going to be getting on people's ships and be like, I am the captain now.
You're going to, like, board somebody's ship, and then somebody's going to board your ship while you're boarding their ship.
I am the captain now.
I am the captain now.
Okay, Warhammer Quest 2, The End Times. It's coming to PS4, Xbox One, and Switch on the 23rd. No. It's coming to PS4 and Xbox One on December 20th, and then to Switch on December 23rd for $4.99. In Warhammer Quest 2, The End Times, you will lead your warriors across a war-torn land and into dungeons for wealth and glory. Swing swords, fire arrows, and cast spells as you fight through the denizens of chaos that threaten the Warhammer world. Okay, this is another Warhammer game. Then we got Cold Silence coming to Xbox One December 20th for $4.99. Horror without the darkness. Cold Silence is a minimalistic horror platformer about surviving in snowy mountains. Follow the voice from the radio, fight your fears, and reveal the truth in this seamless game world full of unique bosses and secrets across 5 difficulty modes.
Uh-oh.
And then we got Airy coming to Xbox One on December 20th for $6.99. Airy is a peaceful exploration game from the perspective of a little bird who decided to discover the world. Calm down from the hassle of your daily life. Experience the feeling of flying and immerse into beautiful and atmospheric landscapes.
Okay.
Then we got Mushroom Quest coming to Switch on December 23rd for $2.99. In a deep, ancient dungeon, a mushroom is revived.
Oh.
To escape, the mushroom should collect magic crystals. Use acuteness to pass through all levels of the dungeon. Solve riddles and find creative ways to pass the levels, my dude. Mushroom Quest is based on the addictive and brain-busting principles of the
mushrooms.
of the blocks moving puzzle games. But add some innovative gameplay elements. Take your time to solve the riddles and pass each level if you can. 7 out of 10 testers struggled to complete more than 15 levels. They hated it, so will you. No, I'm just kidding. It doesn't say that. But Anakin is coming to Xbox One on December 24th for $9.99. Anakin is an action platform game highly inspired by the 1980s. Its games and its movies. When a global war nearly decimated humankind, an evil military organization called Anakin takes advantage of the situation to dominate and oppress the few remaining survivors. Even though any resistance to this organization seemed hopeless, a small rebel movement organizes strikes against Anakin. One day, a ninja mercenary named Zaku offers his services to the resistance for unknown reasons. His moves are lethal, and now he is the resistance' only hope. Okay, then we got Demons with Shotguns coming to Xbox One on December 24th for $9.99. And the frenetic couch fragger Demons with Shotguns, up to 4 players can blast, leap, and obliterate friends with an arsenal of boomsticks, skillful strategy, and tarot card power-ups.
Didn't this come out last week, too?
Not to Xbox One.
Oh, okay.
Choose from multiple versus and co-op game modes, including free-for-all and team-based modes. Or take on enemy wave mode in 1 to 2 player survival battle against a hellish horde. Yeah, you guys get the point. Then we got Xenoraptor coming to Xbox One, December 24th for $14.99. Xenoraptor is a frantic and frenzied twin-stick shooter, pitting ridiculously armed space dragons against an interstellar armada. Then we got Odalis, The Dark Call, coming to Xbox One on December 24th for $9.99. In search for the ultimate power, A dark lord and his wretched army are ravaging a once peaceful land, destroying villages and leaving no good soul alive. To put a stop to this carnage, the warrior named Haggis must wield again his already blood-stained blade and chase down the dark lord. Odalis is the story of Haggis, pursue in the format of a dark fantasy classic game. Odalis is an 8-bit inspired exploration game with lots of action. Okay. Then we got Demon Pit coming to Xbox One on December 24th for $9.99. Arise, Demon Hunter. It is time. The years you spent slaughtering demonkind in the mortal world did little to cleanse your soul. Your sins have been laid bare, and you have been judged. You are damned for eternity. The Pit awaits. Inspired by the fast-paced FPS games of the 1990s, Demon Pit is an intense arcade-style arena shooter. Okay. And then we got Stramium Immortally coming to Xbox One on December 24th. Couldn't find a price for this game, but Stramium Immortally is a shmup roguelike dungeon crawler. Explore the butts-hard, procedurally generated cubicus battling beasties, looting endless item and weapon upgrades, and defeating huge boss meanies in your vengeful quest to eradicate the Queenie Empress. Oh my goodness, I was running out of voices there. Okay, that's it for the new releases coming out in the next 7 days.
They should have held off on Game of the Year. Some of those seem like real contenders right there.
All of those, dude. I would have voted for any of them.
Oh man, best games right there. 2019 winners right there.
Mm-hmm. Now, before we actually get to the 2019 winners, let's go into currently playing. Let's talk about what we're currently playing, Brent.
Yes. What do we...
You want to start us off?
Yes, I can start us off.
Yeah, okay, you do that.
I have currently been playing Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice.
Oh, you're still playing?
Yes.
How's that going?
Probably will be for some time. I have become one with the game.
I almost don't believe you.
I have transcended video gaming.
Did you...
altogether.
You got good, dude?
Not only have I gotten good, but I'm confident that I can stand toe-to-toe with anything the game throws at me.
Damn. I feel like a peon, dude.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie though, it's probably the hardest game I've ever played, without doubt. Like, I spent about 6 hours, collectively on the last boss fight I just did, but it was, the most rewarding thing ever whenever I finally figured it all out. You know what I mean?
So do you think you're gonna beat it?
Yeah.
You're going to finish this game?
I'm going to beat it. I've put way too much time and effort into it to not beat it now. And you know, what's more is I'll probably, once I'm done beating it, I'm going to go back and beat the Star Wars game on the hardest difficulty.
Like a true master?
Without a doubt. Because, the Star Wars game was a lot of fun. And, especially after playing Sekiro, it's the Star Wars game... Well, I can't talk. The Star Wars game was just as well done. And I think it's going to be, in the running for, top games next year if it's not forgotten about already.
Yeah, recency bias isn't going to let that happen. Yeah. But still, especially,
I think I might go back and play Dark Souls or something after this though, because I've heard a lot of people say that Sekiro is harder than Dark Souls, and I'm managing. You know what I mean?
I want to see you're slowly becoming one of those people. You're slowly becoming a get good dude.
I don't know, bro. Man. It's I don't think you really do get good. I think you just survive.
Learn the mechanics.
You make it. Every fight throws something different at you where you have to adapt and figure it out. You know what I mean? I think that's really the essence of getting good in that game, is becoming patient enough to study attack patterns and stuff, and just not just blindly go in swinging your fucking sword and shit. You have to look at every tell they're about to do. Every time his blade flashes, you have to immediately get your counter ready or whatever. You have to look for little frame by frame animations that they're doing.
Nice.
He pulls his fist back, you got to go to the left. It becomes a muscle memory kind of thing.
It's almost like Guitar Hero but fighting.
Yes, actually, what it reminds me of a lot is if you were to take that UFC game, the technical aspect of every fight, you know what I mean, in that UFC game, and then apply it to a game where you ran around an open world and fought that in different scenarios, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
it's kind of that, you know what I mean? Just in how technical it is, you know what I mean?
That's awesome. Yeah,
I'm really getting a kick out of it, and it's like so satisfying whenever you finally kill one of the fucking bosses. But they're getting to a point where it's kind of like they're being little bitches with the bosses. Like all the bosses have like little hidden phases and shit. Like you'll kill one and it'll be like, you did great, and then he'll just like come back to life and like bite your fucking head off, and it's like, oh my god, I fucking hate this game.
Well, hurry up and get good and beat it so I can play it.
Oh yeah,
I want to play it.
Yeah, I'm going to beat it. Have you let's get into what you're playing. Have you played Star Wars anymore?
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure I'm at the final boss.
What's the final boss? I mean, what boss are you at right now?
The Trilla.
Oh yeah, the chick with the lightsaber.
Yeah, so like,
yeah, you are. I think it depends on what time you fight her, but yeah,
it was like on the sunken like, Empire.
If you've already fought the guy on Dathomir, then you're definitely on the last showdown, I think.
Okay, well then, yeah, I'm at the
once
the very
you beat
end.
her, the game is over. Like, but it's a hard fucking fight, dude. Like,
I've already got her down to like very little life, and I only have 5 of the health things.
Yeah,
like,
the trick with her. Well, you want to know the trick, or
what's the trick?
Use your force push on her as much as you can. It'll seem like it's not doing anything, but it'll like fuck her guard up. If you like, okay, like get her like in a corner or something, and then like force push her like twice, and then slash force push, and like it'll like disrupt her attack and make her like break her like
her
posture.
guard thing.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try that.
Yeah.
I did notice that it was easier to use the push on her than like the Dathomir guy or Malicos.
Yeah, a combo between the force push and that move where you like bust your lightsabers in half and like slam them down on her.
Left bumper Y or
that
whatever.
really
or
fucks
X.
her up. The hardest part is like deflecting her little fucking things that come at you, and the part where the little robot guy comes out.
The whatchamacallit droid, the security droid.
When the robot dude comes out, if you can get a good force pull on it, you can get rid of it really quick and do some damage on her. Like you got to like grab it out of the air with force pull and then like throw it at her. Yeah, but it's like hard to do it. Like it's almost easier just to deflect its bolts.
Well, that's what I do. Is I deflect the bolts, like jump over the little like ruffle of the ground thing she does, deflect the bolts until it's like about to do the kamikaze thing, and then I force push it at her.
Yeah,
and then it blows her up. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing, and like I knew it was the end, so like I haven't been putting a lot of time into it. I played it like maybe 6 times, and like I almost beat her, and I was like, I'll come back to this in a second, because I ended up playing I'm really back into playing Firefight on Halo Reach. Like it's just so fun. Like it's so like mindless. You know what I'm saying? Like I just wanted something to just like kind of dive into and like just have fun. So Firefight is like waves of enemies, like, it progressively gets harder. So like I'm just playing online with like 3 other people, and we're just going through.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I just love playing Firefight, dude.
You should definitely go back and finish the Star Wars shit. I feel like you owe
I'm
it to
going
yourself.
to.
You're so close, you know what I mean?
I know, I just don't want it to end. I'm gonna finish it. It's like I know I'm gonna finish it the next time I play it, which is probably gonna be like tomorrow or something. But I'm just like, it sucks that I didn't collect everything I wanted to collect before I got there. I didn't know it was going to be the end.
Well, once you're done with the game, you can go back into the game, and it puts you right before that fight again, and lets you you can go back through the galaxy and explore more and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, to collect everything.
Yeah, so it's like it's not like the game's like totally over, and I think they're adding a new game plus at some point. So.
And I could not find any more of those little, what are they called? The health things?
The stem things?
The stems,
they're
I have
hidden
5.
really well, dude. I ended up with 8 at the end of the game, but I was like really looking hard for those shits. Like I went back to
I went to
planets.
Zepho and stuff looking for it. I think I found it on Zepho, but I couldn't find it on any other planet.
The real trick is like every time you get a skill, like go back to like the planets you've already been to, you know what I mean? And like see if there's like a way to go
a different
way. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty fun though. I mean, I can finish it with 5, but
yeah, absolutely.
There's like no way to go back once you're there. Like you just can't go back. It's like you have to fight her with what you have.
Yeah, so, you can do it with 5. It'll just be
pretty hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've been playing that, played Halo Reach, Firefight, and then we played Halo Reach together. Yeah, so make sure you guys go check out our Let's Play on YouTube, or our Couch Bro Op of Halo Reach. We, unfortunately, had some civilians lose their lives.
Anyway. Nothing we could do about it. You know?
We tried our best. They didn't get. They didn't get on their knees.
Get on the ground. Yeah, we told them.
Like, get on your knees. Anyways, so that's it for currently playing. Let us know what you've been playing in the comments or on Facebook at facebook.com/group/GameSpeak podcast. We're going to jump into the topic of the show. Today's topic of the show is the Game Awards 2019 results and reveals.
I like that. So should we do reveals or results?
We should do results first and then do the reveals. We got to save the fun shit for afterwards, because if we do all the fun shit first, then everybody's like, man, this, there's no real reason to stick around anymore. You know what I'm saying? That's how we get you guys.
Yeah.
We're just a little behind the scenes. Yeah, so let's do the results and then we'll jump into the big stuff.
All right. You want me to go into it or do you want to go into it?
Yeah, you can do it. I mean, I'll do it.
It doesn't matter either way. I've got it all right here. If we want it, you
right? Can get it. No, okay. I guess I'll do the results. Because I don't want to start with Game of the Year. I want to.
Start at the back.
Yeah, I'm gonna start at the back. Okay, give me a second.
Work your way on up.
Let me get to the back. Wow, there's so many. Okay, right here. Starting with Best Esports Player. It went to Kyle Buga Giersdorf. The other people were Lee Faker, Sang Hyok, Luka Perkovic, Alexander Stimple Kostileviv, and then Jay Sinatra won. So good job, Kyle Buga, or whatever your name is. And then we got Best Esports Team. It went to G2 Esports from League of Legends.
Cool.
The runner-ups were Astralis Counter-Strike Global Offensive, OG from Dota 2, San Francisco Shock from Overwatch League, and Team Liquid from Counter-Strike Global Offensive.
Nobody cares.
Team Liquid sounds like the bad guys in Pokemon or something.
Yeah, for sure.
And then we got, so I'll let you do all the reveals. I'll just run through the results.
Yeah, run through them. And
then we got the Best Esports Host, which was FJ Shocks, Deporter. And the runner-ups were Alex Goldenboy Mendez, Alex Machine Richardson, Dwan Candice Yushwang, and Paul Redeye Chaloner.
I don't know any of these.
I don't know who the fuck I'm talking about. And then we got the Best Esports event. That went to 2019 League of Legends World Championship. The runner or the what are they called? I guess the contenders. The contenders were 2019 Overwatch League Grand Finals, EVO 2019, Fortnite World Cup, IEM Katowice 2019, and the International 2019. And then the Best Esports Coach went to Danny Zonic Sarensen from Astralis Counter-Strike Global Offensive, or from the team Astralis. And then we got you know what? I don't even care. I'm not going to name the other people because I was
about to say, I feel like the runner-ups doesn't really matter unless it's like a game or something. Yeah, you know what I mean?
For sure. And then the last Esports Award was the Best Esports Game, which went to League of Legends out of Counter-Strike Global Offensive, Dota 2, Fortnite, and Overwatch. I think I got that. I think I won that. I'm not sure if I said that, but I'm pretty sure I said League of Legends. I might have said Fortnite.
You probably did.
Yeah, so I think...
I feel like esports needs their own fucking show, dude. You know what I mean? Like, they need their own little game awards show. Game awards.
I'm sure they have them.
Esports edition. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We need to go back and see if we were right. If somebody remembers whether we were right or wrong on these, let us know. Then we got Best Action Adventure Game. It went to Sekiro Shadow Die Twice from Software and Activision.
Okay.
Yeah, the runner-ups were Borderlands 3, Control, Death Stranding, and Resident Evil 2. Yeah. Best Action Adventure. What did we say would win that? I think we said Death Stranding would probably get that.
Yeah,
didn't we?
I think I was going for Resident Evil on that one, I think.
Or was it Resident Evil?
I don't know.
Okay.
If I had to go back in time and guess, that's what I would have guessed.
Best game direction went to Death Stranding. That was an obvious,
Sure.
And the others were Control, Resident Evil 2, Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, and Outer Wilds. And then we got Best Independent Game. It went to Disco Elysium.
Yeah, this one won a lot of awards. That's one I'm definitely going to have to pick up when I get it, when it comes to consoles, because I think it is coming to console.
On Game Pass, I thought.
Is it really?
I think so.
Well,
maybe I'm just imagining.
If it's not, I think it might be coming at some point. You know what I mean?
I could have swore I saw it on there, but all I know is that people are saying this game is fucking just amazing.
Yeah, I've heard that nothing but good things, like 10 out of 10 kind of reviews and shit for this game. So
yeah,
definitely, and it doesn't look like anything special. Like, every little clip I've seen of it just looks like this top down kind of weird game, but everybody seems to really, really like it. So
yeah, and I got this one wrong because I said Untitled Goose Game. I'm pretty sure that the contenders were Baba Is You, Katana Zero, Outer Wilds, and Untitled Goose Game.
I think I was going for a Goose Game as well.
And then Best Role-Playing Game went to Disco Elysium.
Wow.
Out of Final Fantasy 15, Kingdom Hearts 3, Monster Hunter World Iceborne, and The Outer Worlds.
So that's 2 so far for Disco Elysium, and it beat Outer Worlds.
The Outer Worlds. They got beat for being a role-playing game.
I feel like Outer Worlds should have done better, man.
Oh, definitely.
They people are just sleeping on Outer Worlds, man. I feel like it didn't hit the mark for some people. Like, I've heard a lot of people say, like, oh, it was okay. I was like, dude, I really liked it. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy.
I want more.
Yeah.
A lot of the critics were like, not like the critics who reviewed it, but like on podcasts and stuff, or like on Twitter, like, oh, it's all right. Like, it's not that great. I'm like, yeah, I didn't do anything new, but it brought us something that we all miss. That's
something
not
we
being
all
done.
wanted for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Then we got Fresh Indie Game. It went to Disco Elysium.
3
yeah,
awards. Wow.
Out of Nomada. Okay, so Fresh Indie. Yeah, so Studio for Girls, whatever. Okay, and then My Friend Pedro. Oh, no. Okay, so the game is called Gris. My bad. I don't know why I said girls. So the contenders were Gris, My Friend Pedro, Outer Wilds, Slay the Spire, and Untitled Goose Game.
Gris got a lot of nominations. I never played that, but I heard good things about it.
I didn't. I heard that it was pretty, but not a good game.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I've heard from the people who have played it.
Interesting.
But I think Gris is on the Apple Arcade thing. Like, you can play it on your phone.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then Player's Voice. I guess that award went to Fire Emblem 3 Houses. What's Player's Voice again?
I have no idea, but I know that Fire Emblem 3 Houses won a different award, I think.
Yeah.
Player's Voice. That's weird. I'm not even seeing that on my list.
Yeah, I don't even know what that means. But it was up against Death Stranding, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And then we got Best Performance, like as an actor. And that went to Mads Mikkelsen as Cliff in Death Stranding. Did he win that?
Yes, he
okay.
did.
I don't remember. And then that was up against Ashley Birch as Parvati Holcomb from The Outer Worlds, Courtney Hope as Jesse Faden in Control, Laura Bailey as Kate Diaz in Gears 5, Matthew Peretta as Dr. Casper Darling in Control, and Norman Reedus as Sam Porter Bridges in Death Stranding.
I'm not surprised. Mads Mikkelsen is a really good actor.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And then we had Best VR AR Game. I totally picked the right one. Beat Saber.
Yeah, you sure did. I don't think enough people played Blood and Truth. Or, maybe Beat Saber is just more like everybody likes rhythm and music.
Yeah, it's just a fun game.
But Blood and Truth is a good-ass game, dude. You know what I mean? Like, it's so fucking fun and tight. Like, you feel like a fucking James Bond when you're playing that shit, dude.
Well, it went up against Asgard's Wrath, Blood and Truth, No Man's Sky, and Trover Saves the Universe. Have you played Asgard's Wrath? I know it's not on PSVR, right?
No, I haven't, but I've seen reviews and people talking about they really like it.
Yeah,
it looks
apparently
beautiful.
It's a full-on RPG. Like they built from the ground up for VR.
I've heard it's awesome. And I've seen clips of people playing it, and it looks awesome. And I know that if you buy an Oculus Rift S, it comes with the fucking system, so
Yeah, I want to play that. That's actually the first like VR game where I'm like, I actually want to play that.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
And then we got best ongoing game. It went to who I thought it would, Fortnite.
Yeah, Fortnite deserves it, to be honest. As far as like, you know, a category talking about like support for a game, you know, Fortnite definitely wins that.
They dropped that chapter 2 this year even. You know, they basically remade their whole game and like just threw it out there. And then it went up against Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 15, and Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. And then we got best multiplayer game. This went to Apex Legends.
Interesting.
Yeah, this went up against Borderlands 3. See, I thought Borderlands 3 would take this one. I'm pretty sure that's what I said. But it went up against Borderlands 3, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Tetris 99, and Tom Clancy's The Division 2.
Well, I can see that. I feel like its only real competition is like Fortnite and Rainbow Six. You know what I mean? Like, as far as multiplayer for this year. But Rainbow Six is such an old game, it's hard to really consider it like, you know,
yeah,
a contender.
2019.
Yeah.
So the best mobile game went to Call of Duty Mobile.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I think that's well deserved.
It went up against Grindstone, Sayonara Wild Hearts, Sky, Children of Light, and What the Golf. And actually, 3 out of 4, there might be 4, those last 4 that I mentioned. I don't know if Sky, Children of the Light is, but the other 3 are all part of Apple Arcade. Like, you can play Grindstone, Sayonara Wild Hearts.
Yeah,
and
I know
What the Golf.
Sayonara Wild Hearts is on Switch also, I believe. So, you know.
And then best sports racing game, it went to Crash Team Racing, Nitro Fueled.
Heyo!
Hell yeah, baby. And that's what I guessed. It went up against Dirt Rally 2.0, eFootball Pro Evolution Soccer 2020.
All these like realistic dope simulators, and it's just like Crash Team Racing.
That game's fucking dope. And the F1 2019 and FIFA 20. I don't even know how FIFA 20 got on there. And then we got Best Family Game. It went to Luigi's Mansion 3 out of Ring Fit Adventure, Super Mario Maker 2, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and Yoshi's Crafted World.
Wow.
So Super Smash Bros. Just got fucked, dude. Like, because they didn't get to be a part of it last year, so like nobody's playing it anymore.
They won an award.
Yeah, but I mean, they still got fucked on, like, family game, multiplayer
I mean,
game.
I haven't played Luigi's Mansion 3, so I can't rightly say that it's not as good as Smash Bros.
Oh,
you
no,
know
no,
what I mean?
that's true. I'm not saying it's not as good. I'm just saying if it would have been a part of the 2018, you know, like, Game Awards, it would have won way more awards.
Oh, yeah, probably. And that was stupid of them not to, like, include it. You know what I mean?
And then we got Games for Impact. It went to Gris. And then it went up against Concrete Genie, Kind Words, Life is Strange 2, and Sea of Solitude. Then we got Best Action Game. I'm pretty sure I got this one right. I think so. It went to Devil May Cry 5. And it went up against Apex Legends, Astral Chain, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and Gears 5 and Metro Exodus.
Yeah, okay. I can see that.
Yeah. And then Best Art Direction went to Control. I know I got this one wrong because I said The Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, definitely.
Link's Awakening. This went up against Death Stranding, Gris, Sayonara Wild Hearts, Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, and The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. And then content creator of the year went to Michael Shroud Gizurg, which I guessed that right for some reason.
Cool.
Yeah. He went up against David Greff Martinez, Solil Ewok Wheeler, Benjamin Dr. Lupo, Jack Courage Dunlop. Okay. And then the best strategy game went to Fire Emblem 3 Houses.
Okay, cool.
That's good. It went up against Age of Wonders Planetfall, Anno 1800, Total War 3 Kingdoms, Tropico 6, and Wargroove.
You know, Fire Emblem 3 Houses was a good fucking game, dude. Like, a really, really good game. I
don't want to hear it. It didn't even make your top 3 games of 2019.
I'm just saying, man, you know.
You put 100 hours in there, and it still didn't make your top 3.
It's true.
That's sad.
It's still really good, though. I mean, I highly recommend it. It's the best Fire Emblem game I've ever played, for sure.
Yeah. That's cool and all, but, you know, your top 3... No, just kidding. No, best audio design went to Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
What the fuck?
Yeah, out of Control, Death Stranding, Gears 5, Resident Evil 2, and Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. Now, the best fighting game went to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Okay.
Which makes sense.
Yeah,
out of
sure.
Dead or Alive 6, Jump Force, Mortal Kombat 11, and Samurai Showdown. So it didn't
Mortal
have...
Kombat 11 is like literally the only competition
Yeah,
there. And
it was barely competition.
Yeah.
And then best narrative, once again, went to Disco Elysium.
Wow, that's the 4th award right there.
Yep.
Wow.
They wanted
They
that
did
shit
great.
to win,
They
dude.
cleaned up, dude. They did better than anybody, if you ask me.
Oh, yeah. And they went up against A Plague Tale: Innocence, Control, Death Stranding, and The Outer Worlds.
Which all have excellent narratives, which means Disco Elysium must have a fucking banger of a narrative, dude. Like, I mean, if it's gonna beat out Control and fucking Outer Worlds, and like, dude, that's fucking nuts, man. It must be really good.
Yeah, they're getting me too hyped for it. It better be good.
I can't wait to try it. Yeah, I'm hyped.
Yeah. And then best score / music went to Death Stranding. It went up against Cadence of Hyrule, Devil May Cry 5, Kingdom Hearts 3, and Sayonara Wild Hearts.
You know, this is one of those categories that I think Star Wars would have done well in.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, the music for Star Wars Fallen Order is fantastic. That's one thing that I think a lot of people didn't really give it credit for.
Yeah, like where it made like the rock music in Star Wars. Like, I've never heard a rock song in Star Wars, besides like the weird like singing, frog lady in the old Star Wars movie.
And then you get to that like arena level and the song starts playing. He's like, hey, I know this song.
Yeah, it's like, what? It's like the only rock song in the galaxy.
But it's still like Star Wars'd out. It was like,
yeah.
I was like, oh shit, dude. I was like, that's fucking clean.
Yeah, it's tight. And then we got best community support. It went to Destiny 2, which surprised me. I did not see that coming. Are they supporting
the community?
I guess so. Yeah, they were up against Apex Legends, Final Fantasy 15, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege, and my guess was Fortnite. Or my prediction.
Yeah, I'm surprised Fortnite didn't get that one.
And then the ultimate game of the year went to Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice. Yeah, it went up against Control, Death Stranding, Resident Evil 2, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and The Outer Worlds.
So I'm playing Sekiro right now, and this kind of took me by surprise a little bit.
You wouldn't say it's a game of the year, dude?
No, I would. It's fantastic. It's a great game. But it just surprised me a little bit.
That's something that niche and like hardcore.
Yeah, kind of. It's like it's kind of it's an acquired taste. You know what I mean? It's not one of those things that like everybody's just going to be jumping into, and for that reason alone, I didn't think it would. Yeah. You know what I mean?
It's not a milkshake. It's black coffee.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I get what you mean. Like, no, I even feel that way about Star Wars. It's like, it's not a game that you can just like show your friend who likes Star Wars but doesn't really play video games.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he's going to be like, why can't I just kill everything with this lightsaber? It's like...
It's a game you show your friend who likes Dark Souls but barely likes Star Wars.
Exactly. But yeah.
I don't know. Personally, I really enjoy Sekiro. I think it's got a lot going for it, but Resident Evil 2 was like really fucking good. So it's like, I don't know.
Resident Evil 2 got fucking gypped this year.
For real. It's the recency bias, dude. I'm telling you, in my opinion, Resident Evil 2, I think, was one of the best games I've ever played. I mean, it was so fucking good. And it had a lot of the same, like, tension and like hardness that like Sekiro does, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't an easy game by any means, even on the easier difficulty, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I feel like we'll see if it was recency bias or if it was because it was a remake next year when Final Fantasy VII's out. Like the remake.
Mean 3 or
no, Final Fantasy VII remake, because like we'll see if
Final Fantasy VII. I'm sorry, I thought we were talking about Resident Evil for a second.
I still am. I'm saying like I feel like it lost just because it was a remake almost but I want to see. I bet next year when Final Fantasy VII comes out, it doesn't prevent that from getting like game of the year and shit like that.
I don't know. Yeah, 7 remake is gonna be fucking fire, dude. Like I already know.
But so was Resident Evil 2.
True, and I think honestly, Resident Evil 3 remake's gonna be fire too. Like, we'll
see how it goes.
We will
see. Anyways, Brent, give us the reveals and start us off fucking large, dude.
Okay. Let me see what we got here. I'm gonna do it in the order. Let's see.
Yeah, that they can. So you're gonna be starting off large.
I'm gonna start it off large. Okay, so we got the Xbox Series X and Hellblade 2 announced at the same time, basically. Yeah. So it starts off with this like epic trailer, and I honestly, I thought this was going to be a trailer for the game Dreams.
Yeah, I think a lot of people thought that because it was like, what if you could live in your dream or something like that. Yeah. It was like something about chasing your dreams.
So I was already kind of hyped. I'm like, okay, Dreams, this is going to be cool. And then he starts like, and then all of a sudden it was just like,
you see Master Chief standing on a cliff.
Like, holy shit, what's going on right now? Dude, and then it formed into the fucking like Xbox. Okay, guys, if you haven't already watched this, go on YouTube. You'll get some goosebumps, dude. If you don't get goosebumps from this trailer, you'll be like, you're not a real gamer. No, I'm just
Gatekeeping 101.
No, but kidding. Like it is fucking magical, dude. It's one of the better trailers I've seen in a long time. It makes me excited.
I think it was super spectacular because nobody could have guessed that they would announce a brand new generation of console at the Game Awards. You know, like, that's just unprecedented. Like,
really adds to the street cred of the Game Awards.
Hell yeah.
Like, you know, I gotta say, first of all, this is one of the best put together Game Awards they've had in a long time. Like, it all went so smoothly. It was
they cut the bullshit.
It was like 10 times less cringy than like previous years, even though it was still pretty cringy. But it was still like, it was like way better. The musical guests were way better. Everything about it was just way better than last year. Like,
Green Day was there. Grimes was there. Which Elon Musk was actually there.
Oh, yeah, I saw Elon Musk in the crowd. Yeah.
His girlfriend is Grimes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's his girlfriend.
Oh, I didn't know
of
that.
Like 3 years or something. I didn't know that. I was like, what? Okay, anyways.
But they also announced Hellblade 2, which is a big deal.
Okay.
It's kind of overshadowed by the Xbox itself being released, you know, but...
I don't know, that trailer really fucking was... Like, oh no, like whatever she was fucking.
It reminded me of that Star Wars song we were just talking about, dude.
It does, but at the same time, like the facial animations and all that shit, it was like intense. The song was fucking, it fucking slapped, dude. Like, I don't know what it was. Yeah, she
was getting so fucking crunk,
dude. She like, it does that final scream, like at the end, she's like. And I was like, holy shit, dude, I don't even know what the fuck this is, but I'm into it.
Yeah, dude.
I never played the first one, though it's on Game Pass, so like you could I could technically play it anytime, but I've heard okay things. I've heard like it's like okay, but this time around...
I didn't really get into it, but now that I know that one of the launch titles for the next box is going to be fucking... You know,
it is the sequel, and it's called Senua 2. It's called Hellblade Saga or something.
It's called Senua's Saga Hellblade 2.
Yeah, so Senua Saga makes me think there's going to be even more than just this one.
The first one was called Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice. You know what I mean?
So though they announced the Xbox Series X, which by the way, it looks like a PC tower. You can lay it on
with the way it looks. Like, can we just talk about the like design of it for a second? Because I actually really like it. I've seen a lot of people giving it shit. But, like, from what I've heard, it's, like, the same width as, like, your Xbox controller laying down. So we're looking at something about...
It's not very big.
Not very big. Not as big as it, like, seems, you know? It's probably, like, this big. You know what I mean?
And
like,
it doesn't have to stand vertical. You can lay it down horizontally. Like, they've already came out afterwards and said, like, don't worry, guys. You can lay it down. Everyone's like, no, this is horrible. It's like, no. Like, honestly, it just looks like a subwoofer.
I think it's kind of cool. I think it's sleek. I think it, it kind of reminds me of the GameCube when the GameCube first came out. You know, just because it's like a different looking. Everything has always been that rectangle, the box. You know, I like that we got something.
Which you're gonna get with the PS4 or PS5. You know, you already know it's gonna be. It's like. Let them try to do something different. Why I don't get why people get so angry about something new. You know,
and I think the design is about like ergonomics and shit. Like, it's supposed to like blow all the hot air out of like a big fan in the top of it and stuff. So like, there's a purpose for how it's all stacked
just shooting flames out the top, dude. From all those flops, dude. Those
teraflops, bro. It's supposed to be 8 times more powerful than the original Xbox One.
That's a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, that's not just like 2 times. It's 8 times. You know what I'm saying? But Jason Dominican, my boy, you're just gonna have to get used to the design, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know you hate it, but
I think it'll grow on you, dude.
It'll grow on
maybe when you see one in person, you'll be like, oh, okay. Yeah. I kind of am excited to see what PlayStation's gonna look like now. You know?
Yeah, I think it's just going to be a normal ass. Like, actually, somebody released like a thing today with like an image of like a redesigned dev kit thing, and it just looks like a PS4, but a little bit
saw
sleeker.
that, but I still am not sure that that's like 100% legit.
I feel like that's going to be legit.
I don't know, man, because you look at every PlayStation from the dawn of time, and they look drastically different. I mean, they're all rectangles, but they're all very different looking. Like
True.
PlayStation 1 to PlayStation 2 to PlayStation 3 to PlayStation 4. I mean,
we'll see what happens, but I feel like they're all trying to stay sleek, just because in the modern times, you know, like adults play video games, so they got to have it on their likes. You
want something that looks nice on your counter.
And like with your TVs and stuff. Like, you don't want just like this random ass fucking like oblong shape just hanging out by your TV.
Yeah.
Anyways, before we get off of Xbox, this is from Jordan Ramey at GameSpot. He says, if you've spent the past few years collecting and playing a vast library of titles on Xbox One, then don't worry. That collection is all coming with you if you choose to upgrade to Xbox Series X.
And we knew this already, more or less. I mean, Phil Spencer's already been more than open about saying that Xbox Series X is going to have backwards compatibility in all aspects.
True, but Xbox Series X will support backwards compatibility for all Xbox One games the day the next-gen console launches. So you're not going to have to wait for some update or anything. This is just kind of confirming that, like, the day you buy it, you can still play all your games on it.
And more than that, though, I'm pretty sure that, you know, if not at launch, at some point, they will have every Xbox game, like 360, original Xbox. Like, you're going to be able to do everything. And that's the same with PlayStation. It's like a big selling point on both ends of the field, you know what I mean, for the new generation, because PlayStation's already said that all your PS4 shit should work for PS5
but they only said PS4. They didn't say anything before that. Now Xbox One or Xbox Series X claims that it will go all the way back to the original Xbox.
I don't know. I think PlayStation did mention that.
They
actually
didn't. Google it. Anyways, we wanted to make sure we had that day one. We could deliver on the compatibility promise, and so I've been playing quite a few Xbox 360 games on my Xbox Series X and Xbox One games on the Xbox Series X, and that's just to ensure that we can be there day one. Xbox boss Phil Spencer told GameSpot. He said, we have thousands of games that run on Xbox One today. Xbox partner director of program management Jason Ronald told GameSpot, we want those games to be able to come forward with you, but we also want your services to come with you. We want your gaming legacy to come with you, whether that's your gamer score, whether that's your friends list, all your achievements, your game saves, all of that should come forward, so there are no barriers for you as you think about moving forward. The process of ensuring 3 previous console generations of games all play on Xbox Series X has been a lot of work. He said, there is work in ensuring backwards compatibility across those generations, Spencer said. So as you might remember, we slowed down and paused our backwards compatibility program for Xbox 360 on Xbox One. The name we're carrying forward to the next... this is important right here, Brent. Mm-hmm. The name we're carrying forward to the next generation is simply Xbox. So the Microsoft representative said, and at the Game Awards, you saw that name come to life through the Xbox Series X. Microsoft also confirmed that this naming convention will allow for different naming variations within the next-gen lineup. Similar to what fans have seen with previous generations, the name Xbox Series X allows room for additional consoles in the future. So I think he's saying that this one is just called Xbox.
I mean, they fucked up by already dropping the trailer that said everybody's going to call it the Series X.
Well, I think eventually people will quit calling it Series X, because, I mean, think about, like, right now, like, everybody says Xbox One, but nobody says, it's like, oh, I play on Xbox. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think it's just going to be like that.
Maybe. I don't know. It's going to be interesting when they drop, like, Series Y or some shit. You know what I mean? That's like,
no. I think it's called Series X as an all-encompassing of the 3 that they're going to drop. So, like, you're going to have, it's like, the overall, it's like, this is the Series X, is the big one, the normal one, and then the lesser one. You know, like.
Well, then why didn't they show all 3 of them in the trailer?
Because they don't have them all yet.
I don't know.
I honestly think that's what it is.
I think that this will be Series X. This particular box is.
You think so?
X. But
that's
absolutely.
what Phil Spencer was just saying, is that it's just Xbox.
He's saying he wants it to be referred to as like Xbox. Like when people are talking about it, like I think is what he's saying. I think this particular console is the Series X. You know what I mean? I don't think it's
maybe so. Maybe I'm confusing it. But I just can't see them calling one Xbox the Series X. You know, like a series you would think multiple. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I mean, I think you're probably right. I mean, if it seems confusing, it's probably the right thing. Anyways, what'd you find out about PlayStation's backwards compatibility?
So they are for sure doing PS4, and it said speaking to Famitsu and translated by Japanese journalists at BKT or 2128. A representative from Sony Interactive's public relations unit stated that the PS5 dev team is putting all the power on verifying whether they can secure a complete compatibility, and I get they're referencing whether or not it will be like fully. So they're like trying. I think,
but it's not guaranteed right now.
Yeah.
On Xbox One, it's guaranteed day one.
That's good. Well, day one for everything or
everything, all the way. Cool. He said he's been playing it all back. He said 3 generations.
Ooh. I like that.
So, which I don't know if he means 3 generations as Series X, Xbox One, and 360, or if he meant like all the way back to the original Xbox.
All the way back to the original Xbox.
That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah.
You know, that would make more sense. Anyways, next announcement, Brent.
So the next announcement we got was a release window for Ghosts of Tsushima, along with a longer, more detailed trailer. Which, you know, after watching the trailer, it looks a lot like Sekiro. You know what I mean? But I know it was being worked on before Sekiro, so it's like...
Yeah, and this is also made by the people who made Infamous, so it's going to play more like Infamous than
I'm okay
anything.
with that. Maybe it'll be like a less hardcore, more accessible... You know what I mean?
Well, that's what they said. It's just going to be like an action platformer. Like, or not a platformer, but like an action RPG. So it's not going to have like the delicate, like, you have to parry and do all this stuff. Like, I'm sure it'll have it, but it won't be as serious. Like, you're just going to be hacking and slashing most of the time.
I'm definitely interested because it looks pretty. And, you know, I'm into this kind of thing right now, like the ninjas and shit, you know?
I feel that.
Let's see. Okay, I'm kind of going out of order. I don't know. I'm just reading it how it's written right here.
Yeah, for sure.
So they announced The Wolf Among Us 2.
Yeah, which was canceled whenever Telltale, fucking died out.
Mm-hmm.
But now I guess the studio is bringing it back.
So a different company bought Telltale recently.
Yeah.
And this is their first project as the revived new Telltale. Which I'm excited that they're not just like abandoning their old IPs and stuff, you know what I mean? Because they had some real quality shit that they could expand on. I've heard people say... or developers that were involved in the original Wolf Among Us 2 say that the trailer like is completely different from the original story they had planned up for Wolf Among Us 2. So it's like a totally different game than what they originally planned to do for Wolf Among Us 2.
Which doesn't bother me because I don't know what it was.
Yeah, me either.
You know?
So it doesn't bother me, but it is kind of interesting to know that, like, you know, regardless of what ends up coming out, there was a whole nother thing planned. You know what I mean?
For sure. I find that really cool. And I think even last week, you and I were saying, like, how we wanted Wolf Among Us 2.
Yeah, of all the games, dude, I'm so happy. And Wolf Among Us is the free Epic Store game right now. And all you got to do is have a free Epic account to get the game. So if you haven't played Wolf Among Us, it's not even a very demanding game. So you can play it on a crappier computer.
It's like just a fun narrative, like story-driven game.
Yeah. So that's really exciting. I'm real hyped about it. That's one of my most hyped things from the Game Awards for sure.
Definitely.
They announced Fast and the Furious Crossroads.
Oh my god.
It's gonna have animated Vin Diesel and that one guy.
Yeah. It's like a movie, like ride along is what I'm gonna call it.
Yeah.
Not much to say about that, just because we're not FF fans.
If you were a Fast and the Furious fan, though, I assume you'd probably be shitting a brick right now.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I mean?
A video game.
Although it doesn't look very good. To be 100% honest with you, like the graphics look kind of whack. It just looks pretty bad all around, you know? We got Godfall, a trailer. So this is like, okay, we didn't get a formal PS5 announcement, but this game was and now like at the end of the trailer, it was like coming to PS5 holiday 2020.
Yeah, so it's the first PS5 exclusive we've ever seen.
Right, and it's also more or less confirmation that we will get a PS5 by the end of the year. You know what I mean?
I think
we already kind of knew
that,
but
happen.
I mean, now it's set in stone. Now we have an actual trailer, like saying, "Hey, this is coming out for the PS5." You know what I mean?
My favorite thing about this is that I feel like Sony probably went to Jeff Keighley and was like, "Oh, we'll give you something great," and they're like, "We're gonna give you the first next gen confirmation," and like he's like, "Oh yeah, okay," and like knowing that Xbox was just gonna announce the fucking Xbox, like and PlayStation was probably watching, they're like, "Oh shit,"
they're like, "Fuck, man."
Now our announcement means nothing because it
was not nearly as impactful after this Xbox Series X announcement. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then like it's made by the guys who did Borderlands,
right? And it's described as a looter slasher.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming we're going to get kind of like a Borderlands-y style of gameplay, even though it looks totally different.
Yeah, they said it's going to be a third-person sword-focused game. So, like, everybody's going to have swords.
With up to 3-player co-op. So that's kind of fun.
Yeah, why do they stop it at 3? I don't understand that.
That is weird. Maybe so they can do split screen or something, and not.
I don't think there's gonna be split screen.
You never know, man. We got the PS5 power.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Maybe so. Maybe we'll see a return to split screen games,
dude.
That would be tight. Anyways,
so Riot Forge, the new thing by Riot Games or whatever. They have announced 2 new League of Legends games that are like narrative-driven story games.
Yeah, single-player campaign games.
Yeah. So we've got, let's see, Convergence and Ruined King.
Yeah,
coming out.
It follows like the story of like one of the League of Legends characters. I have no idea.
Yeah, if you're into League of Legends, this is probably big news for you. But
hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Anyways, what else?
We got Bravely Default 2 was announced.
Yeah, not to be confused with Bravely Default or Bravely the Second. Yeah. Which is very strange. Like, why are they already have a sequel. Why are they calling it 2? It should be 3. Bravely Third.
I don't know. I don't think Bravely Second was as well received as Bravely Default. You know what I mean? And so maybe they're just kind of like, fuck it. Like, maybe they're just going to pretend like it never happened or something.
But it wasn't received badly. It got like 8s. You know? It's not like it was a bad game. You know,
I don't know, man.
I think it's just like very square. You know, like it's a Final Fantasy 3. Final Fantasy 3 here is like Final Fantasy 21 in Japan.
Final Fantasy 10-2, like
1240. It's like what?
Oh fuck.
Yeah. Anyways, what you got?
So we've got Magic Legends. So this is a new MMO set in the world of Magic the Gathering. Beta test is going to start in 2020. We've got Weird West was announced.
Yeah, that looks pretty interesting. That's a Devolver Digital game.
No, that's or is it?
Yeah.
Are you sure? It's from the former Arcane Studios devs.
Yeah, but or it's published by Devolver Digital. My bad.
Oh, okay.
So it's not. I don't think they had a hand in development. It's just published by them.
I think those Arcane guys like started their own studio and shit.
Yeah.
Here, look that up real quick.
Okay, I'll look it up. You keep going.
Okay, so we got a new Baldur's Gate game called Dark Alliance. It's just, I guess, a spiritual successor. Or no, excuse me. It's a spiritual successor to Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance, just called Dark Alliance. So, there you go.
Nice.
We got 9 to 5. Red Hills Games announced 9 to 5, a new team-based tactical shooter as its first new series. 9 to 5 will have a PC alpha in 2020. It seems like we got rabbits with guns and stuff. I don't really know. Brendan Green, player unknown, has announced his new game called Prologue, which didn't really have much going for it except for this like weird panning cut of like a forest with like rain and shit.
Yeah,
I don't know.
So it's developed by. Sorry, let me get to the. It's developed by Wolfeye Studios, publisher Devolver Digital.
Okay. Wolfeye Studios.
So speaking of the Player Unknown game, James O'Connor at GameSpot says, Prologue, the new game from PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, Brendan Green, had its world premiere during the 2019 Game Awards. A short trailer was shown, but we didn't get much insight into what the game is or how it plays.
Very short trailer.
Yeah, the trailer announced the game's name and who is making it, but that's about it. Prologue's genre was not made clear. With this in mind, it's reasonable for players to expect another shooter, serving as a direct follow-up to the wildly popular Battle Royale shooter that came before it. However, that won't be the case. Speaking to Forbes, Green clarified that Prologue will not be a shooter at all, let alone a Battle Royale shooter. Green, who left development of PUBG behind to form PlayerUnknown Productions under PUBG Corp, says that Prologue is about testing new tech. This is the first step in the journey for me, he told Forbes. Prologue is the first step into the new world for us. I wanted the chance to deliver something new on a global scale. I've got some pretty big dreams about what I want to achieve that I'm not quite ready to achieve. It will require some new tech. Green wants to launch a new global IP, which is 25-person studio which his 25-person studio is currently working on. He also says that he would like to create a game of enormous scale, hundreds of kilometers by hundreds of kilometers.
With his 25-person studio.
Yeah. He says with thousands of people. It's not clear if Prologue will be the game to achieve this. Of course, this tells us more about what Prologue is than what it isn't. A genre as well as a release window and systems have not been announced yet. So we know it's not going to be a shooter. According to Green.
I fucking hate that, dude. Like, why even announce the shit at the Game Awards? Like, no, like, I fucking hate that. Dude.
Yeah, like, if you don't know what your own fucking game is, why do you have a trailer for it?
This is how we end up with, like, fucking games like fucking We Happy Few taking 6 years to come out, or Valley of the Gods never coming out, you know? It's just because people announce the shit way too fucking soon. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. Like, I don't know, man. I don't give a shit right now until I see some kind of gameplay or something. It's like that Elden Ring game from Software.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, I don't fucking care, dude. Don't show me a picture of a ring flying through the air and just be like, Elden Ring. Like, you know, I want some gameplay or like an actual trailer or something, you know? Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just being a little too hard here, but fuck that.
Yeah, no, I agree. One other thing about the Xbox One, by the way, they showed off the controller to like
Series X.
Yeah, and it looks exactly like the Xbox One controller, except for there's a share button in the middle now, which the share button just allows you to easily, you know, like share what you're doing.
PlayStation has a share button right now, which is a pretty cool feature. Except they forfeited their fucking select button in favor of a share button.
This one still has the select button.
I like that.
It basically they said it will work on Xbox One as well. So like you can use your Xbox One controllers on the new on the Series X and vice versa.
Oh, cool. So I'll have an extra controller already when I get my new one.
Blam.
I like that.
Xbox thinking ahead, dude. Future proof.
Dude, I do like that. I'm cool with that. So we have a sequel to The Forest that was announced. You remember The Forest?
Yeah, that was a popular game on PC for a while.
Yeah. Well, now we've got Sons of the Forest coming, and it looks pretty freaking spooky, dude. If it's anything like The Forest, it'll be like a survival game that has a lot of spooktacular things going on.
Yeah.
So definitely check that out.
It's gonna be a spook fest, bro.
We've got Surgeon Simulator 2 coming out.
Whoa.
So this is a follow-up to Surgeon Simulator, obviously. From what I could tell in the trailer, it almost looked like a multiplayer thing. Because at the end of the trailer, they're all going in on the same guy and like working on him or something. And I'm like, you know, this seems like a multiplayer kind of thing.
I could see it taking on a kind of like Overcooked style type gameplay, but like...
I'll be surprised if it's not VR, too. You know what I mean?
Of course, yeah.
Let's see. We've got New World. This is the first game from Amazon Game Studios' new studio. It's an MMO. It looks
like an MMO.
It looks like an MMO.
Yeah.
You know, it looks a lot like that fucking Dark Alliance game that we talked about like 4 games ago. But you know, Amazon Game Studios is trying their best.
Yeah.
You know,
good on them.
We got Apple Arcade's Ultimate Rivals. Ultimate Rivals The Rink is a unique new sports game coming to Apple Arcade, pitting professional athletes from different sports and leagues against one another in new franchise. Blah, 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 blah.
It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
It's like Mario Party, or like a Mario tennis game, but You instead of bringing like all the Mushroom Kingdom and like Donkey Kong and all the different characters from Nintendo, you just get all the real people. You just make Shaq hold a tennis racket. You make Michael Jordan hold a golf ball.
That's dumb as hell, man.
No, I'm just kidding.
I think that's what it is, though. I really do.
Yeah.
So we have Path of the Warrior. This was announced. This is an Oculus Studios and Twisted Pixel game. So this is a VR beat 'em up. It actually looks really cool. I guess you just walk around and fight people in VR. Like the trailer showed this dude punching a bunch of dudes in a bar. I don't know. It looks
kind of like the old classic, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Turtles in Time, but like in VR.
Maybe. I'm not sure. Really, I didn't get enough from the trailer to really know, but it does look fun.
Yeah, it does look
You're
tight.
definitely going to be swinging on people in VR, which is all I really need.
Yeah.
We've got Naraka Blade Point. This looked kind of interesting. Kind of had like a I don't know, Sekiro vibe to it or something like that, or Devil May Cry or something like that. Looks pretty cool. Mortal Kombat 11 is adding Joker. We've known that, but
yeah, they showed a little trailer with what's her face, Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn, yeah.
And they had a little spat, a little back and forth.
Yeah, they got into it a little bit. I'm excited. I mean, I don't even have Mortal Kombat, but if I did, I would be hyped.
Sure.
Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 is getting some DLC. Rise of the Phoenix hits on December 23rd, and it will introduce a bunch of more X-Men characters, which is really cool because I like X-Men a lot. You know what I mean?
I do too.
We got another trailer for Final Fantasy VII Remake. If you're into that, definitely check it out. It shows Cloud flipping around being Cloud.
Talking and stuff.
We got another trailer for Gears Tactics, and it actually looks pretty fucking good, dude. It looks a lot like XCOM. So I think if you're, an XCOM fan, this is probably right up your alley.
Which a lot of people seem to be XCOM fans.
It's a good game, man. I mean, if you're like a tactics game, XCOM is like right up there with like Fire Emblem and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If not better. I don't know. A lot of people like it more.
They did say it was single player only.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I think it's going to work better that way. And I think, honestly, I feel like the tactics formula is going to work really well with Gears. And give it like a fresh kind of breath of fresh air. I wasn't a big fan of like Halo Wars or anything, but I think this is going to be really cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's see what else we got. Ori and the Will of Wisps got a release date.
People get way too hype about this game, and like I tried playing the original one, and I was just like, all right.
Yeah, I don't care at all. I mean, it's pretty looking. That's about it. You know?
It's just like your typical Metroidvania. I'd rather play Hollow Knight. Like give me a game with skill involved. You know?
Or Dead Cells or something.
Yeah.
It got pushed to March 11th, 2020. We got a trailer for Maneater, which is like an open world game where you play as a shark and you go around and eat people, which looks pretty great.
I like that.
We got Apex Legends has some kind of big holiday bash, and it's going until January 7th, so there's like winter stuff in the game. We got a trailer for No More Heroes 3, which,
I didn't even see that trailer.
It's coming to Switch. It's one of those things that a lot of people like. It's got kind of a cult following.
Did it look good? Like, I didn't see that
okay. It looked okay. It looked weird as fuck. You know how those games are.
Yeah, they're always weird.
The whole trailer was very, very strange and short. It's worth watching, but it was like, just kind of like, what the fuck is going on? You know what I mean? Cyberpunk 2077. We got a little more, info on that.
Learned about the music.
Yeah, learned about the music. Learned about some, stuff with the game. Saw some preview shit. Looked pretty cool. Beat Saber came out, Green Day came out and announced that they were doing a Beat Saber track pack, and it's out now.
I'm sure all the 50-year-olds were super excited about that.
Dude, I'm excited. It's the best track pack for Beat Saber that I've seen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just can't imagine anybody like under our generation is just psyched about this.
No, probably not. But I'm hyped.
Like classic punk.
I'm thinking mostly our generation is probably like the VR market right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Let's see. Humankind is coming out. It's like a trailer that shows. It's basically like Civilization, but like I guess with other stuff.
With humankind.
Fortnite talked about their Star Wars thing, which has already gone down. They did a little trailer for Star Wars
in game, like they did like a what's it called, like a stream of like a trailer or something.
Yeah, it was like an event. Like they did a trailer, and then they had like this, like the Millennium Falcon flying around the game and shooting down TIE fighters, which are now crashed around the map, and
you can find them.
You can find them, and they gave everybody that participated like a TIE fighter glider that you get to keep. And I think there's like weapons in the game now. Like you can get like blasters and lightsabers and shit for a limited time. So, they announced Warframe has a new update. Empyrean update is available on PC, and the Rising Tides update is now out on PS4 and Xbox One. So I'm sure you'll eventually get the Empyrean one to PS4 and Xbox One as well.
Switch, I think. Yeah.
Control announced new DLC.
Yeah.
So that's exciting. It's coming to all platforms. Let's see. Elder Scrolls Online capped off the year with a tease of what's to come in 2020, and that tease includes the promise of a return to Elder Scrolls' most popular entry, Skyrim.
Nice.
So yeah, if you're an Elder Scrolls Online fan, that's probably big news, you know? But yeah, that's pretty much it. Big Game Awards, a lot of news, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I feel like when it comes to world premiere, this year they fucking nailed it. Dude.
They really did. That was like, they killed that shit. I'm surprised they waited until the Game Awards. I feel like that was a boss move from them. You know what I mean?
What do you mean waited till? Because like now it's just like PlayStation. They have a whole year to just kind of like they can do it at E3, they could do it at a State of Play, they could do it whenever the fuck they want now.
True. I just figured Xbox would have done it at this E3, this past E3.
No, I thought it would have been this upcoming one.
I thought that like Sony and Xbox were going to announce it at this past E3.
Well, the thing is like that's just too much time in between. Then like people can't get like they won't be hyped anymore by that point. By the time holidays come around, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like even this was a little too early, in my opinion.
You think? I don't know.
Oh, yeah, dude. I mean, I know it's going to be in the hearts and minds of people for a little while, but with the way that the world works now, people just kind of get tired of shit, like, quick. And, like, the whole recency bias thing. Like, once PlayStation announces, they're going to be the most recent thing on everybody's mind.
You're right about that. I was thinking about that, yeah. It's interesting to think about it, especially when they start announcing like prices and specs. That's what's really going to be, now they've announced different like the levels. Look of it and stuff, but they still haven't announced. There's still so much mystery. You know what I mean?
I think Xbox One is going to be $500. I think both of them are going to start at $500.
You mean the Series X over there?
Yeah, my bad. The Xbox Series X and I think the PS5 will both be $499.
Yeah, that seems like a good starting price point for both consoles. I feel like that's about what the one was when it originally came out.
It was like $399.
$399, yeah. And they PlayStation 4 was like around that price though. Yeah. One of them was like around that price,
Yeah, but I bet like the higher tier one is going to be like 600 or like.
I bet when the Series X comes out, the Xbox One X gets dropped down to like $200 or something.
Oh yeah, of course. This is 8 times, and whenever you said it was 8 times stronger or 8 times like more powerful
than the OG Xbox.
No, it's not the OG. It's the Xbox One X. It's 8 times more powerful than the Xbox One X.
I don't think so.
Yes, I looked it up. Like straight up.
I can look it up real quick because I'm
check that out. Do Xbox Series X 8 times power or 8 times more powerful, and I'm telling you, it's the Xbox One X.
I thought it was like twice as powerful. Hang on, twice as much GPU power as the Xbox One X.
Oh, okay. So the 8 times is not for the One X.
It's just the OG PS4. Yeah, the OG so the Xbox One X is like, I think twice as powerful as the OG PS4, and the Xbox Series X is twice as powerful as the Xbox One X. So effectively, that makes it 8 times more.
Oh, okay. You know what I mean? I got so confused.
Or something like that. It's something like that.
So they're basing it on like so it's like, okay, the One X is this much time or this much more powerful than the original. Mm-hmm. Okay. I don't know where I fucking saw that at. My bad.
No, it's okay.
But anyways, so that's it for the topic of the show, guys. Let us know what you thought about the Game Awards, if you are excited about Xbox Series X, and like if you like the design and stuff. I know a lot of you were hating on it, but let us know. Anyways, we're gonna jump on over to the People's Champ. Let me see, Brent. We got one over here from the Insta, so go ahead and take that into consideration.
Let's see. Okay. All right. Sorry, give me 1 second. I'm trying to find my... Okay, here we go. You know what? I'm going to give it to Jason this time. Actually, no. I'm sorry, Jason.
Damn, you just gave it to him and then took it away?
Well, I just saw the best question in the world that has to win.
It's all right, Jason. You had it last week.
Yeah, you can't win them all, Jason. I'm sorry. We've got Chad McLean here with the greatest question of all time. He said, if you had the biggest dick in the world, would you show it off or keep it a secret?
I don't know. I mean,
that's a tough one, right? It's a good question.
How do you just show it off?
Okay, so
do you just walk in? And,
no, you don't just show it off. You go to jail if you just show it off.
Yeah, you can't just do that.
Well, you can though. You just have to make money for it. That's the trick.
Oh, you mean that way?
So, okay, you got the biggest dick in the world,
or do you just wear really tight pants? No.
I mean, okay, we're talking the biggest dick in the world. Okay, we're talking a dick that's so big you can't effectively fuck anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so there's no use for it?
Almost, unless you get a career in porn or something. You know what I mean?
But you just said you can't have sex with it.
Well, I'm sure there's some freakish vagina out there that can adapt. You know what I mean?
Can adapt?
I'm just saying, there's people out there jamming whole fists up their vaginas. You know what I mean?
I guess that's true.
You know?
I mean, wow.
I'm just saying it's not going to be the fun night out for most girls you run into, on the street.
No.
You know what I mean? That being said, if you have this freakishly large penis, you probably would be better off profiting from it.
Yeah, you might as well make some money. And no judgment. It's
and it might be your only opportunity to get laid. I mean, if you're doing some weird, porn shit, you know what I mean? At this point,
true.
It might scare people off, Yeah,
it's just like a firewood log.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you could look into penis reduction surgery options.
Nope. What are they going to do? Shave off some of it?
Maybe.
Cut it in half?
Maybe, dude.
And then put sew the head to the half?
Oh, God. That's so horrible.
Welcome to science. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah.
Thanks, Chad.
Yeah, thanks for that question.
Let's go ahead and do Jason. Sorry about that.
So, runner up over here, Jason Domican, 1991. He says, Who are your top 3 stand-up comedians? Both answer. So I'm not going to give top 3 because I don't really have a top 3. I'm sure Brent does. But I guess my favorite comedian of all time, that's just really hard to say.
It's really hard, isn't it? Yeah, I don't know.
There's some people that just really make me laugh, and then I think probably Dave Chappelle. I think Dave Chappelle is probably my favorite of all time.
Dave Chappelle is great. Every time he does a stand-up, it's so good.
It's so thoughtful. It's not like he just throws some jokes together just to get a laugh. He puts everything together meticulously to where it's he's telling a narrative throughout the whole thing.
And some comedians say shock value shit, and it's kind of just that's so distasteful. But Dave Chappelle is really good at doing shock value comedy that's not
tasteless.
Yeah.
Yeah, he takes it into consideration, how can I say this without it just being said to say it?
Yeah.
He's how can I give it some type of educational value or something? Or open your mind to something. Yeah. It's very interesting.
He's so funny too. You know who else I really enjoy lately? The comedian Michelle Wolf. She's got this funny fucking voice.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Hi, I'm Michelle Wolf.
I can't stand her fucking voice, dude.
I don't know. She cracks me up, dude. She's like, I just It just fucking cracks me up, dude. Like everything
She has
says.
like her own show, I think, on YouTube or something, or on Netflix. I can't remember where it's at. I think she has like a show on Netflix where she does like a daily show. You know?
Oh, I haven't watched it.
No, it's pretty interesting. But yeah, so that's a good one. So is that your favorite?
No,
Or just
I don't know. I
recent-
just like her. You know, I can't think of like. I'm sure there's like a comedian that just like because I didn't even think of Dave Chappelle until you said it, and like he's definitely top 10. You know,
Yeah. If you would have asked like 10-year-old Jamel, it would have been fucking what's his name?
Dane Cook.
Dane Cook.
He was everybody's favorite comedian back in the day, dude.
Yeah.
He like represented the 2000s. Like,
for
early,
sure,
you know what I
dude.
mean?
For sure.
I don't know. There's some funny ones out there. I just can't think of it right now. You know?
Anyways, thanks, Jason. What are some of the other listener questions?
Okay, we got Caleb here. He says, streaming versus recording. Which do you prefer, and what makes it better to you? And he said, for gameplay, I might add.
Obviously, I would love to be able to stream, but my internet just can't handle it where I'm at. As soon as I get like to a place where there's better internet, you best believe I'm gonna be streaming on the daily.
Yeah, and I think it kind of depends on what you are trying to do as a content creator.
For
you know,
sure.
If you want to stream and like interact with people, it's its own thing. I think streaming requires more dedication and time and effort to like really make it successful.
Yeah, to
You know what I mean?
cultivate an audience. Honestly, I don't think it takes more time. I think it's just a whole different beast in itself.
Well, you want to be on like a schedule with streaming, you know, with like YouTube or like just recording, your stuff exists forever. With streaming, it's like
True.
you do it and it's just gone. It's like a show that is over once you're done. You
But
know
see,
I
what
mean?
makes it different, in my opinion, is the fact that you have to come up with the content for the recording. You know, like you have to go in dedicated, like you got to come up with stuff, and it's not just on the fly. Some of it's
Right.
on the fly, but a lot of it's got to be structured. You got to have all this stuff. Whenever you stream, you just like, hey, I'm playing this game, you know, like, and then you go in, but you got to stay. The structure comes from the times. It's like, okay, I'm gonna play from 12 to 4 or whatever every day.
And it also kind of depends on how like social you are. Like if you can
Correct.
keep up with a chat while you're playing a game, you know, things like that, you know.
Yeah, be entertaining. You got to be able to be like witty, you know, like, and make people entertained. I feel like with the recording stuff, I prefer recording stuff because I can edit and I can like put things together to make it seem like a more full package.
Yeah.
Whenever it comes to streaming, you're just kind of like looking into a webcam and just letting it go how it goes, you know?
Yeah, and sometimes it doesn't go very well. I mean, you look at all the famous streamers have at least one incident where they did something inappropriate on a stream and then it backfired on them. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's like, you know.
For sure. You don't want to be a PewDiePie. Then
You
yell
probably
so-
do want to be a PewDiePie.
You want to be a PewDiePie. You just don't want to say what PewDiePie says.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah.
Good question. We've got Philip here. He says, what is the best video game controller?
GameCube.
That's very subjective. I used to like the GameCube controller, but after recently like going back and getting a GameCube controller that functions
Like a
effectively
GameCube.
as a like pro controller for my Switch, I try to play like modern games with the GameCube controller and it just doesn't work out. And mainly because the C-stick isn't as like fluid as you want it to be for like shooters and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Of
it
course.
just isn't as like ergonomic as like a normal stick. You know what I mean?
That's the only thing I would change about it, though. Like, I just like how small it is. It fits perfectly in my hand.
I like the big ass A button on it. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, dude. The big ass A button. The B button's in the right place. On the Switch, the B is in the wrong fucking place. Like, how do you just
what the
change
fuck?
where the B button is? You can't do that. You can't fucking do that. But they did it.
For like every game controller for all time, A is like on the bottom and like B is on the...
B's on the bottom. A's on the side.
Well, that's how it is on the Switch now. You got the B on the bottom and A on the side.
Is it that way?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm confusing it. My bad. Yeah, you're
Think
right.
about
B's
your
on the
Xbox
bottom.
controller where how you'd push A.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
flip that sideways for the Switch.
No, B's on the side. B's on the side on the Xbox controller.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, A and B are the right way on the Xbox controller.
Yeah,
You know what I
okay.
mean?
Yeah,
At least in my world. You know what I
I
mean?
agree. The Xbox controller is the right way. And so was the GameCube. GameCube controller had it the right way, too. you know?
Totally.
But once they got to Switch, they were like, fuck it.
I just feel like A should be the most accessible button, you know? Like, my finger shouldn't naturally go to B when I, like, reach for a button, you know what I mean?
You just keep canceling yourself out of shit on the Switch. Anyways, yeah. What was yours? The Xbox?
I don't know, man. I gotta say, I kind of like the PS4 controller. I think I'm going PS4.
Wow, that's a trash
Actually, you know
decision.
what? You know what? Fuck that. I'm gonna go ahead and say I like the Oculus Touch controllers. That is my favorite
this
controller.
guy out here voting independent.
Yeah.
You know?
I think that is the coolest controller, and if you ever get your hands on some VR action, you'll totally see why. All right, moving on. We've got Kyle here. Kyle says, hacking/buying PS1 Classic, NES Classic, SNES Classic, worth it, or just buy Raspberry Pi? Pros, cons. Okay, PS1 Classic, definitely worth it. Okay, I'm telling you right now. No, fuck that. You can get a PS1 Classic for
$20.
For $20 right now at Target. You can get a True Blue Mini. Okay, it's like a little USB stick. You just hook it right into your fucking PS1 Classic. You don't need shit else, dude. And it'll put like hundreds of PlayStation games onto your PS1
and
Classic.
Other games, right? Like you can play like NES games and stuff on there.
Not
too.
with True Blue Mini. There are other similar products that have like lots of different stuff you can put on there. True Blue puts like PlayStation games on it. You know what I mean? But they have lots of them. They have one that I saw on Amazon for like $40, and it put like 5,000 games, like some Game Boy Advance games and all kinds of shit. My point is, the most cost-effective way to do that would be to get the PlayStation Classic and do it.
Or just the Raspberry Pi.
But Raspberry Pis aren't as cheap as like you'd think. You know what I mean? Especially if you buy them loaded with games already. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, although you probably would get more games in the long run with a Raspberry Pi. But I will say this, and I do stand by it. True Blue Mini is where it's at. And if you already, you can get the whole setup for like, $15 a stick, and each stick has like hundreds of games on it. You know what I mean? So if you already have a PlayStation Classic and you just want to like play some classic shit, it's definitely really cool. I actually think I asked for one for Christmas, so we'll see. You know what I mean? But
yeah, hell yeah.
Fingers crossed here.
Santa's listening.
Good question, Kyle. We've got another question from Kyle here. He says, who is more anti-Semitic, 10-year-old who has more anti-Semitic 10-year-olds, Xbox or PlayStation? Definitely Xbox.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say Xbox because I guess now it would be PlayStation because there's more PlayStations out there.
Well, now more Jews have PlayStations, though. No, I'm just kidding.
What?
I'm just kidding.
But wouldn't that create more anti-Semitic 10-year-olds on PlayStation?
No, because like it's just a community of Jews, and they're all like,
hanging out,
cool with each other.
They're all just like, what are the like old school like dressed, like
the Orthodox Jews.
Yeah, that's right. I feel like you just have like a bunch of modest yahoos.
They're wearing like the hats. With,
PS4.
Shalom. All right. Yeah. Cool. Thanks, Kyle. Good question.
Do we even answer that? So it's Xbox?
I think Xbox.
Okay.
I mean, am I crazy?
I just feel like there's just not as... And why do more Jews have PlayStations? Did we just make that up?
I just made that up.
Oh, okay. I was like, where did you read this?
It's definitely not a real statistic.
No. I think it's PlayStation. There's way more PlayStations than there are Xboxes. So therefore, there's way more kids playing on PlayStation.
So you're saying we got more Nazis playing PlayStation?
Yeah, I say we ban PlayStation. I say we cancel PlayStation.
Well,
Hashtag PlayStation's over party. No, just kidding.
Whoa, hey, whoa.
Look,
hold
dude,
on.
I'm just stating facts here.
Look, you can state all the facts you want. It doesn't change the fact that every Xbox owner is anti-Semitic.
Holy shit.
No, I'm just kidding.
You own an Xbox.
Oh, shit.
Oh, my God.
I just outed myself. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding, Jews. We love you. Joseph Fudge, he's here, and he says, what games are y'all looking forward to in the new year?
Dude, you already know. No, I don't even know. Halo Infinite, I just want to see what it is. Like, I don't even really know if I'm gonna like it or if I'm gonna get it. It just because it's gonna be on Game Pass, so I'm gonna get it either way. But I'm really excited to see what it is. You know, like because they're hyping it up like it's this whole new thing. You know, but like they're like, oh, the old school fans of Halo are gonna love it and like all this stuff. So I'm just hoping that's gonna be worth it.
I'm really excited to get my hands on Half-Life Alyx and see what that's all about. You know, I think that that's
VR.
I'm really excited to see where the future of VR is going. You know,
yeah.
I think I'm gonna have to get a PC set up at some point, man. I hate to admit it, but first of
just
all,
get the Quest.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. That's that's my plan.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a Quest. You know, that way I have like the free entertainment. You know, until I can get a PC, and then I'll just Quest link it to my PC.
Yeah, and it doesn't even have to be like a crazy good PC. Even I heard.
Yeah,
like,
I've heard the Quest link works really well. Actually,
yeah, just
which
like
is
a normal ass
exciting.
PC. But the thing is, I forgot to mention, since like Valve is doing Half-Life, there's also a rumor, not a rumor, but almost like an educated. What's the word for it? Like the guy is an insider, and he knows. He's basically saying that they're working on a VR Left 4 Dead right now. So like I think, yeah, Valve is having like a renaissance of their games, but they're doing them all in VR. And
Dude, fuck yeah,
he like predicted the Half-Life Alyx before it happened, and then he also predicted that they were going to show off more Half-Life Alyx at the Game Awards, which he was right, because Valve actually came and said that they were trying to show off more of the game at Game Awards, but it fell through.
Yeah, I noticed they had the bad guy from Half-Life in the like intro snippet
but
to
then
the Game
they
Awards.
didn't show it. Yeah,
that was a little disappointed, but that's okay. You know,
yeah.
I think Left 4 Dead is going to work really well in a VR format. You know, the way the levels are laid out and like how long it takes you to beat each level and like the replayability of it all. I think it all just like feels like something that would work well in VR, you know?
Yeah, for sure. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we will. We got Chad McLean here. Oh, wait, no. Never mind. We already answered.
You don't get any more questions.
Sorry, Chad. We got Peter Tattersall here. What's up, Peter? I don't think we've heard from you yet. That's nice to see a new face. He says, anyone know where I can buy the rights to Space Station Silicon Valley?
What?
I don't know, man.
I'd Google that one.
Yeah, let me Google that real quick.
No, I mean, we don't have to Google it. What can you imagine that maybe we're not doing your homework, bro? If you want to
Hold on, we can do homework.
Oh my goodness.
It's a video game.
Next week we're going to get like, hey, can you do my math homework?
Space Station Silicon Valley. So I've never even heard of this game before.
Yeah.
This was an N64 game, I think.
I mean, I get it.
I think he's just saying, where can he get it? Where can he buy this game? You might want to check, like... I
think he wants to buy the rights, dude.
The rights?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I think he wants to know if he can buy the rights to the game.
Oh, well, okay, it's published by Take-Two Interactive, so...
Oh, yeah, good luck getting it from them. The GTA, like, company.
It's developed by DMA Design and Tarantula Studios. I don't know, man. It doesn't seem likely that you'll get the rights, but hey, you know, if you really want to try and you got some cash to blow... Hit
like
up Take-Two.
Lots of cash.
Like lots of cash.
Yeah.
If you just want to find a copy of it, I'm sure you could find like an emulator somewhere with it. Probably pretty easily, you know. But yeah, thanks for the questions, guys.
Yeah, that's it for the questions. We are going to round up the show with Brent's segment.
Brent's Super Hardcore Video Game Trivia Challenge. These are 5 of the hardest questions ever conceived, and they're here to really make you confused. This week's topic is hard-ass games. I thought, you know, in the spirit of Sekiro winning Game of the Year, we'd just talk about some hard-ass fucking games. You know?
Oh, shit. I don't know if I've played a bunch of hard-ass games.
Yeah, you know, just to be fair with you, this is probably the hardest list of questions I've ever come up with on this, so don't feel bad if you miss all of them. But
okay, that's fine.
But they're very hard.
I'm willing to take that chance.
They're hard-ass questions about hard-ass games, you know? I was thinking pretty soon I'm going to impose like a lifeline kind of thing where you can like phone a friend or something. But I can't really think of good lifelines yet. So
yeah, who are we gonna call?
Ghostbusters. But that's beside the point.
I like that.
I'm gonna figure out a way where we can do a cool lifeline for this. But until then, I'm sorry, you have no lifelines. You're fucked.
I feel like I should be able to just we should just have your mom on speed dial, and I call your mom every time, just to see if she can
She's
give me the answer.
I don't know.
Miss Bass, please. What's the hardest game on the N64? No, I'm just kidding.
All right, dude, get ready for the hardest fucking thing you've ever done.
Okay. All right.
From Software is best known for the Dark Souls series and recent hits such as Bloodborne and Sekiro.
Okay.
But they have been making games for a very long time. As a matter of fact, their first game came out in 1994 and was a launch title for the original PlayStation. It's known as one of the first 3D RPG games, predating games like Final Fantasy VII, and would go on to inspire the Dark Souls series. What was
Armored
this?
Core?
No.
What was it? Oh, fuck.
They did do the Armored Core series, though. That's good video game history knowledge of you there.
I don't know what they did. Was it Shadows Die Twice or whatever?
Mm-mm.
Or not Shadows Die Twice, but whatever the original was. It was Shadows something, Dark Shadows or something. Or Demon Souls. What was it?
It was King's Field.
I would have never fucking got that.
Yeah,
not ever in my life.
Hard question. Yeah,
Okay.
Demon Souls came out in 2008.
Okay, yeah.
This is
1994.
This is a PlayStation launch.
Was it Lego
title.
Racers? No,
no, you've already found out the answer. It's King's Field.
Was it NBA Jam? Just kidding.
Okay, number 2.
Okay.
We all know in the ultra hard Lion King game.
Oh yeah.
You play as Simba for the majority of the game. But what other characters can you assume the role of in the bonus levels?
Oh shit! I don't even think I ever got to the bonus levels. I'm gonna imagine you can play as the parrot or whatever the fuck its name is. Is it Pumbaa?
Well, yeah, but you can't just go through every fucking character in the Lion
I just
King.
said Pumbaa.
All right, second guess. I'll give it to you, Pumbaa and Timon. But
okay.
It counts. I'll give you that one.
Yeah, I mean, right. I could have said Scar. I could have gone.
All right, you got one of my hard ass questions,
and I get 2 shots almost every time, right?
Yeah, I'll give you 2 shots on all of these.
That's all I
they're
went
all
for
pretty hard, except for number 4. Number 4, you only get 1 shot at number 4,
shit.
but that's just because there's only 2 answers that it could be. So
okay, so 50-50.
Yeah. But moving on to number 3, Battletoads is a super hard game featuring 3 anthropomorphic toads. What are the Battletoads' names?
Oh my god, I don't know. Fucking Wart.
You're so close.
Is that close to one of them?
It is. They're all skin conditions.
Zits.
Oh, that's one. Okay.
Pimple.
Oh my god, that's 2. Okay, what's the third one? You're so close, dude.
Oh my god. It starts with a W, doesn't it?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Zits, Pimple, and
God, you're so close, dude.
What the fuck?
I'm giving you half a point either way because you did so well on this one. This is a hard
one. What's the first letter? Just give me the letter.
R.
Oh, Zits, Pimple, and rats.
Oh my god, I thought you had it. It's Rash. I'll give you
okay.
half a point. You got 1.5 points.
I'll take 1.5 points for that.
Good job. So number 4. Was Cuphead developed in Unreal Engine or Unity?
Unity.
Oh, good one. Wow. Was that just a guess or
no?
Oh, good one. Good one on there.
I just remember seeing the Unity thing.
Okay, so you got 2.5 points. You're doing a lot better than I thought you would on this one. This is great. This is probably the easiest question on the whole thing, so you're definitely going to get this. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
What is the name of the ninja protagonist in Ninja Gaiden?
Oh my god! I know who it is.
You know it. He's in Dead or Alive also.
Hayabusa.
Oh, that's it. What's his first name though? Baby boy.
Oh, Ryu.
There you go.
Ryu. Baby boy. Well,
good
that's
job.
it.
Good job.
That was good. I
3.5 out of 5 points.
That's good.
That's pretty damn good. I'm impressed.
That means I didn't lose.
No.
That's all that matters. That's what I come here for.
I thought that was going to be a hard one, so showed me. I guess I'll have to double up the hardness next time.
Yeah, when your boy comes to win, he wins. Remember, guys, you've been listening to the GameSpeak podcast, courtesy of CreateForSanity.com. There's no "the" in GameSpeak podcast. I need to take that out of there. The show posts for free every Wednesday on all podcast directories. Be sure to submit any questions you want read on the show to GameSpeak Podcast Facebook group, facebook.com/group/GameSpeak Podcast. I did need a "the" there. Anyways,
we're just taking all these out of the show entirely.
Check out our video content on YouTube at youtube.com/CreateForSanity. Leave us comments there and stuff. We'll talk with you. Speaking of which, we got some feedback from Paranormal 9 Paranormal 9 or whatever.
This show sucks.
No, it wasn't. He asked us about xCloud and we told him we didn't play we haven't tried it, but he got into the beta or whatever.
Whoa,
I'm guessing.
Really?
Yeah. So
what is his thoughts?
I'll save it for next week at the beginning of the show because I'm sure nobody's listening to this part because they thought we already ended it. But yeah, so if you are listening, know that next week we're going to start it off with some insider take on xCloud.
Oh, this is exciting.
Yeah.
Even for me.
Yes. And if you want to stay up to date with your boys, you can find me on Twitter at the handle Aljaffer Jamel and Brent at Brent has one. That's the number 1. And check out the GameSpeak Podcast Instagram where you can ask us questions. You can vote in the polls that we post on Sundays. And, we just post a bunch of shit on there.